Season 2005-2006 was a momentous one for Hearts. The club was revitalised by Vladimir Romanov, bringing new players and ambition to the capital's finest. The Tynecastle side had a remarkable year and finished second in the league, but it was to be in the Scottish Cup, which they had won only 3 times in the last 100 years, that they would defeat all opposition and cover themselves in glory.
Throws in, Presley's up! Stephen Presley scores for the second consecutive match. Fort beaten by Elliott. Does keep it in. Chance! What a finish! Kilmarnock with a free kick in, looking for the chance. It comes in! And it's knocked into the net by Colin Nish.
After defeating Kilmarnock 2-1 in the third round, Hearts met Aberdeen at Tynecastle. Confidence was high as they had thrashed Hibs 4-1 the previous Saturday. To add to the Dons' worries, manager Jimmy Calderwood had never won at Edinburgh since he took charge 7 years before. The fact that captain Stephen Presley had also returned from suspension just added to the visitors' problems. In the end, the odds against were simply too high for Aberdeen.
Norton beaten by Elliott. Gets the ball across, Pospisil! 1-0! A glorious cross from Callum Elliott. Michael Pospisil's first Scottish Cup goal is a cracker. Callum Elliott did well. McNaughton was defending him, but just a little touch here to get the ball across. First time on the volley. Great skill from Pospisil. Jimmy Langfield left with little chance. And the celebrations are for the men in maroon. It's his 4th goal in the last 7 matches. It's Hearts 1, Aberdeen 0. Hearts again win the ball, flick forward, Cisnauskas. Chris Clark with him. Cisnauskas trying to go on the outside. Cisnauskas pulls it back. The touch in! Terrific goal from Callum Elliott. It looked an impossible angle. A 4th goal for Hearts for Callum Elliott. And Hearts take control of the Scottish Cup tie with 34 minutes gone. Cisnauskas wanted to get in the box. He wanted to face Chris Clark. Clark beaten to it. Lovely touch with the right foot. And what about that for a finish from Callum Elliott? Well, Hearts have been signing strikers. Jankowskis, Bednar still to come back. McKellar is sitting on the bench, but this man's going to be hard to dislodge if he keeps finishing like that. Beautifully done from Callum Elliott. And Hearts have a firm grip. It's Hearts 2, Aberdeen 0. Again, nicely done. Hearts breaking through with Pospisil. Can he wrap it up? Penalty kick. Xander Diamond. And Xander Diamond, who was sent off in the CIS quarter-final, is sent off in the Scottish Cup as well. Denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity was what was going through the mind of Kenny Clark. He was away. He just caught the heel. Well, it's a double whammy for Aberdeen. Xander Diamond is sent off for the 2nd time this season, and the spot kick is awarded. Well, Russell Anderson is explaining that it wasn't inside, but Kenny Clark has made his decision. Stephen Presley scored his first Scottish Cup goal in the last round, steps up and scores again. Stephen Presley, the Hearts captain, fires Hearts into what looks like an unassailable lead. Calm penalty kick, goalkeeper went the right way, but it had enough height on it, the little touch from Langfield. And it's all Hearts at Tynecastle. Hearts 3, Aberdeen 0.
Hearts' next opposition may have come from a lower division, but no one at Tynecastle was complacent about Partick Thistle. The match would not be an easy one, but it took Edgaris Jankowskis only 6 minutes to take his team a step further down the road to Hampden.
Fisas. Scatzel. Hartley. Makes room for the cross, it's a good one, Jankowskis! Perfect start for Hearts. Edgaris Jankowskis with a cracking header. Cracking cross too, mind you.
Well, that's the type of ball that we will normally associate with Paul Hartley. Look at the pace on it. Kenny Arthur can't come for this. And Jankowskis just gets half a yard than Sandy Hodge, the left fullback, who's trying to tuck in. But when that kind of pacing is on the ball, it just needs the little glance that Jankowskis provides here. And there's no blame attached to Kenny Arthur. It's not a ball he could come for. And Graham Rick's absolutely delighted.
Well, Partick see their worst fears realised. They wanted to... Nielsen down the line for Hartley. For Chesnowskis rather. Chesnowskis determined to get his shot away. A sensational strike. And that might just ensure a place in the semi-finals for Hearts.
Well, the shot's just not savable. Kenny Arthur is never going to get there. I think Dick Campbell will feel that when Chesnowskis comes inside, someone should be going to him. But all of a sudden it opens up. The angle is still doing them no favours at all. And that is a finish out the very top draw. Look where he is here, nowhere to go. Nice little spin onto his left side. And what a finish. And having put so much into this game, that may just be the killer blow that puts this tie beyond Partick Thistle.
Although Thistle scored with 15 minutes left, Hearts' experience was borne out. They remained in control and capitalised on the two magnificent strikes that would take them to Hampden. The win over Partick Thistle set up a fixture every Jambo wanted, Hibs in the semi-final. In the league, Hearts had beaten them 4-0 and 4-1 at Tynecastle. The stage was set for a momentous battle. Every Hearts fan was hoping for a glorious victory, and there was one man who would help to deliver it, Paul Hartley.
Glasgow has become the Scottish capital for the day. Hibs, Hearts, Hampden. It's the Edinburgh Derby on tour. In the footballing city of Glasgow, old foes, arch enemies, fierce rivals. Yes, it's Hibs and Hearts. It's the Edinburgh Festival of Football. For the winners, the chance to pip your rivals to a place in the Scottish Cup final. For the losers, oh no, oh dear, let's not even think of it. They say nobody remembers losing semi-finalists, but whoever loses today will be remembered because the other half of Edinburgh won't let them forget it. Gonsalves preferred to Fisas at left back for Hearts. Callum Elliott lurking. intercepted by Chesnauskis, and now Gonsalves. And Hearts proving to be an early threat if Scatchell can get it across. And it's a goal kick.
A great early word from Hearts, so Gonsalves right up the touchline. Gary Caldwell sold himself in here. Scatchell made a good angle, and Hibs do well to crowd that front post area. Early warning for Hibs though. Great run from Scatchell.
Well, Valdes Ivanauskis is the latest man to take charge of Hearts. Fingers up against Jankowskis. Little Gretna awaiting the winners in the final. Perhaps not so little anymore. A free kick for Hibs. Hibs missing some key players today, but can they strike early? Kevin Thompson is the man to deliver the free kick. And Gonsalves going to throw off Whittaker.
A good defensive header from Hartley as the ball came in there from Thompson. Good free kick, and it was Hartley who was first to get his head to it. Gary Caldwell, in fact, is going to play right back. They've moved Whittaker in beside Thompson and Glass in the central area.
Well, now a free kick for Hearts and a chance to show what they can do. Conceded by Chris Hodge.
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of this. The semi-finals are never really enjoyable. There's so much tension about it and so much caution.
That's not hanging around, but Scatchell not making the most of the cross. Nielsen. And another free kick. Hogg's foul on Jankowskis. And Salvas ran in to Thompson.
Jankowskis wanted it early. When Salvas got the ball, Jankowskis got himself inside right channel towards the back post. And that's the variation that the Hearts have. You can get the centre forward into the game early, has a good physical presence about him if they want to miss out the midfield and go long.
Gary Caldwell's throw. Tony Mowbray was certainly cagey about how he was going to play it today with so many players out. Hartley slipping it through here. And a first strike from Jankowskis. It's well held by Markowski.
I don't think he really had a chance here. I don't think he's scoring from this angle. But there's no support, and you can see there's no support. He's got to take the shot on.
Thompson and Hartley both go for it. Sproul. It's only the second time Hibs and Hearts have met at the semi-final stage of the Scottish Cup. The only other time was merely 105 years ago in 1901, and for the record, Hearts won that day and went on to lift the famous trophy. Kauskas losing out to Hogg. Driven by Fletcher.
Spell already drifting into that central area, and if Hearts do close the game up and offer Hibs space in behind, he certainly has the pace to hurt them.
Stephen Presley up against Ivan Sproul. Corner.
I'm surprised you Stuart Dougal let it go. I thought he was going to give a free kick. Free kick for me.
a corner for the Hibs. Although it's the Hearts fans who are occupying that half of Hampden. Thompson takes it. Benjaloon had a go, and so did Caldwell. Jankowskis helped out there by his fellow Lithuanian Česnauskis. And Gonsalves is making great strides to get to this. He's just unlucky there, but boy did he run.
Well, I deserved a far better volley. It's not an easy pick out. Gonsalves is totally unmarked on the left hand side. Česnauskis into Jankowskis. There was nobody in the right back position for Hibs.
Presley's header. It's gone over Presley's head and skipped away from Sproul too. Andy Webster covering. Flick on from Jankowskis. Knocked up by Caldwell. Česnauskis unable to return it to great effect. Finally frustrated as it dribbled over the line. Thompson put under unfair pressure by Elliott. The young striker who's had quite a season, turned 19 on Thursday. Gary Caldwell then will take this. Away by Presley. Knocked on by Scatzel. Good pick for Hibs. And they're not hanging around. Caldwell. Well, going to go for the corner.
It's a good early free kick from Stephen Glass. As soon as it was given, knocked it out wide to Gary Caldwell, just trying to make a better angle to get something into the box.
Caldwell and Hogg have joined the throng. Thompson's corner, and Robbie Nielsen had to head it away. And it's come back to Craig Gordon. Hibs and Hearts feeling their way into this Scottish Cup semi-final. And it will be a fairy tale final after Gretna overcame Dundee here yesterday, but they did enough to suggest that they will give either Hibs or Hearts a game back here in May. Gonsalves, who has a really long throw on him, and Jankowskis trying the overhead kick. There's a fair few free kicks in the opening 10 minutes.
Previous to that, good link-up play from Hearts front two, though. It's Callum Elliott who wins this at the front post, just helps it into the box. It's behind Jankowskis, awkward tight. And that's just about all he could attempt here, the overhead kick.
Caldwell. This is Murphy. Robbie Nielsen, who I'm sure is trying to look more and more like Stephen Presley as every day goes by. Smith in towards Benjaloon, making his debut. Stuart Dougal not interested in his fall, but Sproul has set up Caldwell, who hasn't delivered.
I've got to do better.
Tony Mowbray won the Scottish Cup as a player for Celtic. 1995, can he now win it as a manager? Jankowskis. Sproul on the chase, but Stephen Presley having none of it. return forthcoming from Stephen Glass. Nielsen with the long throw. Hartley. The giant Polish keeper, Markowski, making his debut in the Scottish Cup. Back into the side when Simon Brown was sent off last month against Celtic. Sproul now leaving it, and Whittaker having an excellent effort which brought the best out of Craig Gordon.
Well, he's got every right to take the shot on. Ivan Sproul's looking for a pass on the right hand side here. Sproul does well to win the ball here from Andy Webster, continues his run, wants it back, but it opened up beautifully for Whittaker. It's a save you would expect Craig Gordon to make. Never really under any pressure here, quite happy to get it behind.
Hibs posing problems again for their Edinburgh rivals. Thompson whipping it in, and what a big chance that was for Fletcher.
A bit more conviction from Hartson and no bother here. It's a good whip ball in. He's got to cross the front of Webster. If he throws his head at that, there's every chance he's scoring.
Fletcher for Benjaloun, closely marshalled by Presley, but it's a free kick for the Moroccan debutant. He has been at Hibs for a while, but his work permit only came through this week on Tuesday, and with a few absentees he finds himself in the starting lineup. What a game in which to make your debut. Gary Smith takes. Goal kick. Well, the Hearts interim coach, Valdas Ivanauskas, has got the better of Hibs before. He was in charge of the Lithuanian side, Vetra of Vilnius, that beat Hearts in the Intertoto Cup a couple of years ago. Webster. Chesnauskis. Aguiar won't get near that. He's hoisted clear by Murphy. Presley playing it safe. Nowhere to go really for Murphy, but back to Smith. They've got a man down. Aguiar, meantime, has launched it towards Hartley, who was the furthest man forward, and Whittaker's now back on his feet. And here he is. The best of layoffs for Thompson.
Listen, Paul Hartley, the run he just made there, and I think Hartley will be quite happy that Hibs have basically lined up 4-4-2. Sproul's up front with Benjaloun, and it's 2 against 2 in that central area. Both Glass and Thompson are going to have to be wary of Hartley's running.
It is left for Scatzel. Only 2 men in the wall, but that proved to be enough. Chesnauskis. It's taken by Markowski.
I think he's happier on his right side, Chesnauskis, but he gives them great cutting edge down that side. Always trying to get in behind, go at defenders.
Nearly for Ivan Sproul. Hearts were the last club from outside the old firm to win the Scottish Cup when they beat Rangers in 1998. A bit of a bobble there for Markowski by the look of it. Cisnauskis. Aguiar replacing the suspended Brelier, who puts in a shift for Hearts. Robbie Nielsen. Thompson now looking to lead a Hibs charge. Fletcher. Benjaloun. Stephen Whittaker got that wrong.
I'm just surprised he didn't pull the trigger. I know he's what, 25 yards out, but again there's nothing really on for him. Sproul's made a run, but he's really too wide to try and pick out. He had good first time layoff from Benjaloun. I'm just surprised that Whittaker didn't try and shift and hit there.
Well, he had a pop earlier, but it was a comfortable save for Craig Gordon. Decided against a second attempt. Gordon's going to have to come and command that. Craig Gordon, Scotland's number one. Benjaloun, who can be a box of tricks, has been fouled by Aguiar.
He's a different type from Jankowskis. He's far less of a target. He wants to come short and link the game. Looks as if he's got a good touch.
Another chance then for Thompson to deliver, and Gary Caldwell coming in on it.
Well, he's over Andy Webster. Andy Webster having a look over at Gonsalves here. I just wonder if he does run off Gonsalves. And he's up. Andy Webster doesn't see him coming. If anything, it's just a little bit too high there for Gary Caldwell, who might have been in the down as he makes contact. But he got away from Gonsalves.
Well, he's off to Celtic in the summer. He'll be hoping that his last game for Hibs is the Scottish Cup final. And of course, he's the captain, so he would lift the trophy if they won it. Bit of work to be done before that particular dream is realised. Cisnauskis. Cannons off Murphy. Cisnauskis scored a cracker against Partick Thistle in the quarter-final, which proved decisive. Hearts a little fortunate to get through that tie. I'm sure Dick Campbell and his boys are watching this thinking what might have been another free kick.
Well, Benjaloun's got to do better. He can't afford to lose the ball midway inside his own half. It's a poor touch. Gonsalves was on his way. That's what forced the free kick.
Hartley, a former Hibs player, but he has been in the habit of scoring against them this season. 3 goals in all, 2 of them from the penalty spot. Hartley does give it a go. Tremendous try, and Markowski scrambled to get that.
Well, if he's going to beat Markowski from that range, he's got to find one of the top corners. And to be fair to Paul Hartley, it's a very good effort. Again, I think it's a save you'd expect the goalkeeper to make. Gets his hand up. And he certainly had to move his feet quickly to get across.
Well, Hartley himself will take the corner. Presley not allowed to get near it. And Aguiar's going to volley it back in. Cisnauskis on his left foot. These Edinburgh rivals were losing semi-finalists last season. Hearts lost to Celtic. Hibs blew it against Dundee United. 12 months on, there will be further agony for one of them and complete ecstasy for the other. Unlike in England, there are replays in the semi-final stage of the Scottish Cup, so if it does end in a draw here, we'll all come back to Hampden a week on Wednesday. Aguiar. Benjaloun crashing in, and Fletcher for Ivan Sproul, but Webster in the way. And Kauskis. Gary Caldwell. Gonsalves. McDougall's whistle, getting a good blow today.
That's good defending. Salvas is out of position there. Derek Caldwell would have been on his way. Good defending.
Caldwell's free kick should end up with Craig Gordon. Webster, Nielsen, it's come through to Elliott, and now Paul Hartley. He'll take it on himself against his former club.
Decent effort. It's Gary Smith who's caught forward here as the ball was played up to Jankowski. As Gary Smith goes forward to make the challenge, all of a sudden Hearts are in behind. I'm sure Paul Hartley would rather have been coming in from the other side there to open the goal up. Thought about taking it on his left and on his right. There's no real room there to get it out of his body.
Penalised. Murray Smith, who was sent off against Hearts in one of the league meetings this season, will take the free kick. In those league meetings, Hearts thumped Hibs twice at Tynecastle. Hibs, though, did get their revenge in the Easter Road encounter. Whittaker ran on the mission. Sproul had gone offside, so he had to hold it up. Caldwell now. He's put Thompson in. There's a few waiting, including Ivan Sproul, who's got no power on it.
It's so difficult to score when you're that far outside the front post. Hibs made a terrific angle. Good ball from Gary Caldwell. Sproul was hoping he stepped over this. You see Sproul on the penalty spot. Benjamin, I should say. Sproul tried to take it on. Difficult angle.
Well, he has scored in every round of the Scottish Cup this season. Ivan Sproul. Smith. Benjaloon. Scatchel for Hartley. Now, opportunities here. Kauskas arriving on the scene. Hartley! Paul Hartley gives Hearts the lead in this all-Edinburgh semi against his old club, and that has fired a few dreams at Hampden.
Well, it was a heavy price to be paid even when you lose the ball, and it's Benjamin, I'm afraid, who loses it here. Midway inside the Hearts half of the pitch, but watch the break and watch the support from Hartley. Jankowski has time to look up. Hartley continues the run, and that is the deftest of touches with the outside of his right foot. And that is a big price to pay for losing the ball midway inside your own half. It was Benjamin who gave the ball up, and only a matter of seconds later it's in the back of the Hibs net.
Well, it had to be him. It's the fourth time he scored against Hibs this season. Scotland's most improved player over the last couple of years. Never really happened for him when he was at Hibs, but it's certainly happening for him now at Hearts. A full international, albeit late in his career. He's some player, and he's given Hearts the edge. Whittaker looking for a quick response, but not troubling Gordon with that.
The lesson here for Hibs in terms of the goal is, if your midfield players have gone beyond you, you can't afford to lose the ball. But watch Hartley's run here. He plays it wide, continues his run. Slide rule ball in from Jankowski, isn't it? Jankowski hopelessly exposed.
The man who has lost a Scottish Cup semi-final with Hibs and with Hearts has got the Jambos singing at Hampden. Jesnauskis. Here's Nielsen. Heading towards the half-hour mark. Scatzel. Stuart Dougal not interested in the odd handball shout as Evan Sproul tries to burst away, but Bruno Aguiar sorts him out. Murphy. Smith. Benjaloun. It's Whittaker again with another chance to strike, and he's had a few of those in this first half.
It's a good lay-off in the chest from Benjaloun, and Hearts took their time to get out and squeeze. It's Stephen Presley who eventually comes out to Whittaker. But he's got time here, got a couple of touches. You'd have to say of the two sides, very little cutting edge from Hibs. They really haven't managed to get their front players on the ball in the areas where they're going to hurt Hearts. Sproul in particular would want better service.
Hibs without their top scorer Derek Ryden, who's suspended, and as if that wasn't bad enough, they also lost Michael Stewart and Chris Killen and Scott Brown, all injured. It's a makeshift team, and Ryden having to watch from the stands. Murphy. Craig Gordon's come a long way, and Webster dealt with it, back by Fletcher, and Gordon grabs it.
That's a real misjudgment there from Craig Gordon. Goalkeeper comes that distance, he's got to get something on that. You certainly can't blame Webster for putting his head on it. He's not going to wait on a shout in that area.
Yes, he doesn't do that very often. Craig Gordon, outstanding keeper. Chesnauskas. Gary Smith stepped in. Nielsen kept it in. And Gonsalves. Hartley now seeking out Chesnauskas. Smith for Thompson. Murphy. Chesnauskas now for Nielsen. Inkauskas.
Stephen Presley and Andy Webster have been pretty clever the way they played this. They're well aware that Sproul would Thompson for pace in behind, and they haven't been in a hurry to squeeze again. They've sat reasonably deep. And although it has made the game longer for the midfield players in front of them, Hearts have the energy in that area of the pitch to play a long game.
Nielsen has slipped it through, and Markowski will beat Elliott to it.
The pass is just a little bit too straight. Not looking there from Callum Elliott.
Nielsen, who is Hearts' longest serving player. Now Stuart Dougal wants a word with young Callum Elliott after that challenge.
Well, I think a younger referee might have been reaching for the yellow card here. I think Stuart Dougal can see that Murphy got his feet up off the ground. Maybe not an awful lot of malice in it, and a word is enough.
Smith's free kick, Benjaloun with the flick, just dropped the wrong side of Sproul. Gonsalves, whose family live in Switzerland, but the game isn't being shown there, so they've had to make a 9-hour trip to Lake Como in Italy to watch their boy in action. Cisnauskas. Hartley. Gonsalves. Aguiar. Whittaker shadowed by Gonsalves, who Arsenal fans might remember. He played for FC Tooden against them in the Champions League this season. Free kick given against Gary Caldwell. Benjaloon, tidy for Whittaker. And there's a bit of room to manoeuvre for him. Just a little wide of Ivan Sproul. But he gets a corner off Andy Webster.
I think Webster's in control anyway. It's a good diagonal run there from Sproul. One of the few times they've got anything up the side. But Webster tracked the run all the way.
Here it comes from Kevin Thompson. Hartley and Whittaker on the edge of the area. Benjaloon now. And Stephen Glass with that strike.
Well, it's poor by his standards. He's got a very good left foot on him. He's got plenty of time to set himself and measure this. He's just smothered it completely. Just about sums Hibs up so far in this first half.
Stephen Glass has lost 2 Scottish Cup semi-finals here with Aberdeen, 2 Hearts. And with Hearts to Dundee United last season. With Hibs rather. He also lost an English FA Cup semi with Watford. By the time he got to the final, really, or something. Caldwell. Caldwell again. Here's the goal scorer Hartley for Gonsalves. Elliott jumping with Hogg. Glass now for Murphy. Aguiar, Portuguese midfielder. Cisnauskas. Elliott. Hartley. Looking to turn provider this time, but it would have to be better than that. Aguiar.
Good tackle. That's bossing the game at the moment.
This is Jankauskas. Nielsen. Into the chest of David Murphy. Oh, it's Ivan Sproul who was lurking. But between them, Hartley and Presley deal with it. Fletcher. Sold Whittaker short, allowing Jankauskas to slide in. Hartley. Gonsalves with a perfect pass for Scatzel. Jankauskas waiting. And Markowski would have to stick with him, and it did.
That's a very good save. Because Gary Smith's not goal side there. As it comes in, Jankauskas gets away from Gary Smith. Late run here, right across Gary Smith. That's good goalkeeping. Good ball in from Scatzel. Once again, Hearts make a good angle in the wide area. There's far more threat about Hearts.
Well, if Hearts were to reach the final and finish second in the SPL, Gretna would be playing in Europe next season. I don't suppose they'll be pinching themselves by any chance. Bruno Aguiar. It's away by Chris Hogg. Hearts getting the better of their Edinburgh rivals as we head towards half-time at Hampden. Murphy. Shaken off Chesnauskis as David Murphy. Now Whittaker, for the first time having a pop from range.
That's always rising. And I think he knows that Scatchell's closing him down here, that's why he takes it early. Just a nice little bit of space, Scatchell's getting across to him. Better build-up from Hibs. And I don't think it's working up front for Hibs, and that's where it really matters today. In the absence of Chris Killen in particular, I think Sproul would have been much happier playing off a centre-forward type. As it is, he's been asked to play centre-forward. Benjamin is dropping off to get it into feet. And they're not really getting at Hearts.
Flag has stayed down here against Callum Elliott.
And Callum Elliott himself had a look across. He was surprised it stayed down. Well, there's not a lot in it. Assistant's told to give the forward the benefit of the doubt. It's Chris Hawke who's deepest for Hibs.
Well, Valdes Ivanauskas was a striker in his day. Big burly striker by the look of it. Gary Smith getting a warning.
Dominant header previously by Stephen Presley. That's been the story of the match so far. Anytime it is knocked long, it's Webster and Presley who are winning everything.
Nielsen. Elliott. Hartley. Stuart Dougal going to think about that. Markowski coming a long way to palm it away with the corner.
Oh, I did enough, no harm done. As we said earlier, the goalkeeper comes at distance, he's got to get something on it, however little. At least he dealt with it.
A couple of minutes to go to half-time and Hibs fans will be fearing the worst. The second goal for Hearts now would be a major blow for the Hibees. Stuart Dougal having to keep watch on all the jostling. Kevin Thompson is the man who's getting a ticking off. Here it comes from Hartley, away by Gary Caldwell. Now, Ivan Sproul, and he's quick. He's got a bit to do yet. And Robbie Nielsen blocks the route to goal.
It's clever defending from Robbie Nielsen, always determined to steer Ivan Sproul away from goal here. He stayed on his feet, determined not to dive in, not to commit himself. Quite happy to concede a corner there.
Kevin Thompson's corner, Benjalou's header. Nothing doing for Hibs, who are short in the striker department, hence Benjalou making his debut today. Chris Killen out injured, Derek Ryden suspended, Paul Dalglish cut-side. And of course they sold Gary O'Connor to Lokomotiv Moscow. So it's all caught up with them a bit today, all those striker problems. Here's Scatchell. Hearts looking for that second before the break, but Scatchell can't find a way across. Gonsalves can't either. That might be a foul by Gonsalves. And Whittaker.
I think previous to that there was a poor ball in from Scatchell. Jankowskis had just held his position, a better cutback. And Jankowskis is pulling the trigger. Look at Jankowskis here, just holds his position here, looking for a cutback. This isn't a difficult decision for Stuart Dougal.
minute of added on time coming to an end, but there might be some treatment required here. This is what happened to him.
Well, it's completely accidental. It's Benjamin, who's hardly off the ground when the contact's made. Stephen Presley's own determination to win it that gave him the problem.
Well, Stephen Presley had to go off at Falkirk last week, and there were fears that he might not make this semi-final. Doesn't look too clever there now. Unless it's serious.
Well, eventually has to come right over the top here of Benjamin. He just caught the back of his head. But you mentioned he has had a few head knocks recently.
Valdas Ivanauskis exchanging a few words with the goal scorer. And there's only going to be a few seconds of the half left once Presley is okay. What have you made of the half, David?
Well, the better team is winning the match so far, that's for sure. You know, I did say earlier on there'll be a lot of tension, a lot of nerves, and there's no doubt that Hearts have settled the better of the two. They've played with far more expression, they've got more goal threat, they're making better angles in the wide areas. And Hibs have looked at a pretty pale shadow of what we've seen from them earlier on this season. I don't think it's right up front. That much of that might be due to the fact that they're without Riordan, they're without Killen. And I think Tony's got a bit of thinking to do. Only 1-0 down, they're still in the match, but Hearts certainly bossing it right now.
Well, they'll check out Webster. And whilst they check him out, Gonsalves will cover his position. Fletcher. Hogg. And still, the stoppage time continues. Presley was down for 2 or 3 minutes then. But I'm sure Stuart Dougal's whistle will go soon as Presley's return is greeted by the Hearts faithful. It is half-time. Well, Paul Hartley spent 18 months at Hibs. It wasn't the best spell of his career, but he's having the time of his life now. His 4th goal in 4 games against them this season has given Hearts the edge in this Edinburgh Cup semi. Half-time at Hampden. Hibs 0, Hearts 1.
Hearts had dominated the first half, with little coming from Hibs to trouble the Maroon defence. But Stephen Presley had suffered concussion in the clash just before half-time. The Tynecastle men would be without their inspirational captain for the rest of the match. However, as Presley watched from the touchline, he would witness a game which would be remembered for years to come.
Stephen Presley has mild concussion after that knock, so Fisas is on. Hearts have lost their captain. Hibs, though, well, they came into this game without several of their key players for various reasons, and frankly, it's showed so far. They've had little to offer. They have 45 minutes to come up with something, or it'll be Hearts who'll be returning here on Saturday, May the 13th, for the 2006 Scottish Cup final. Gretna waiting.
Yeah, I think if you're Valdas Ivanauskis, you'll be saying at half-time, go and win the game now. The game's there to be won. Go and get the job done. I think there's been very little threat from Hibs in that first 45. I think it would be a mistake for Hearts to try and sit in this lead.
Here's Jankauskas, shadowed by Stephen Glass and fouled by Stephen Glass.
It's in a good area as well. This gets a little bit too tight there.
Scatzel does indeed deliver. Webster really got his shot away. Wilson. Returning it to Craig Gordon. Ivan Sproul is quick, but that would have been asking too much even of him. Here's Murphy. Benjaloun, always watched by Gonsalves, now alongside Webster in the heart of the defence. Caldwell, who will be leaving Hibs in the summer to join Celtic. Another crude challenge by Hartley on glass.
That's where you want to go and press the ball as high up the pitch as possible. You're giving away free kicks. Make sure it's not on the edge of your box.
Chris Hogg's free kick. Turned away by Andy Webster. Whittaker. Bruno Aguiar, free kick given against him. Foul on Thompson.
Of the soft variety. Not a lot of contact, but to be fair to Stuart Dougal, he's only a few yards away. Probably got a better look at this than we have.
Well, they've got Caldwell and Whittaker and Benjaloun to aim for. Thompson takes it. Fisas wins it. Thompson. Stripped by Jankowskis.
This is the centre forward's challenge. This was timed.
Gary Caldwell. Disappointing.
Oh, that's poor. It's been poor all afternoon from that side of the pitch here. And, and Gary Caldwell, who you get credit for being one of the better defenders at distributing the ball, really has been poor from that side.
Jankowskis, Scatzel, Murphy holds him up temporarily. He was rather sandwiched then, Scatzel, and he's got a free kick. Glass and Thompson either side of him.
Well, again, Stuart Dougal's right in the middle of the action, and he tries to see if there's going to be an advantage whether Hearts can retain possession. And eventually he's got a little choice but to bring it back, and this might be a nice range for Hartley.
Paul Hartley with the captain's armband now after Stephen Presley went off with concussion. It's Hartley, and might have taken a nick en route. Malkowski got across.
Well, the bigger target is on Malkowski's right hand side. He goes towards his left hand post. Certainly took a nick there off the top of the wall. Stephen Glass's shoulder, I think it came off, and it did Hibs a favour. It took the pace off it.
Hartley himself will take the corner. The man who scored in the first half, looking to turn provider. Not one of his better efforts though. No breakout for Benjaloun, but Hibs do get a throw. Since Hibs last won the Scottish Cup in 1902, yes, 1902, they've lost 8 finals. Callum Elliott getting a whack this time.
I don't think he'll be happy. I think even Eustace will feel that Hearts should put more daylight between the two sides here. And one thing you want to do, even if you lose the semi-final, you want to leave Hampden knowing you've given it your best shot. And I don't think Hibs can say that today. Not so far anyway. Plenty of football left in the game, but we're going to have to change up a gear.
Webster. Just the one goal in it, scored by Paul Hartley. Ivan Sproul. And Gonsalves, looks a decent player, fends him off.
It's about the first time that Hibs have won that kind of first ball header that almost slipped Sproul up the side of Gonsalves.
Jankowskis for Fisas. And he sets up Rudy Scatzel. And Malkowski smothers it.
And he's got to come back across the face of goal. Good ball.
Ivan Sproul will fancy a bit of this. That's come off Gonçalves. It's going to be a corner.
Well, at least they're making Gonçalves turn there. That's what they didn't do in the first half. Just drop something in behind, get them turning, running towards their own goal. And Sproul certainly won't give that type of ball up.
The Hibs fans at that end watching Kevin Thompson take the corner, and it was met by Robbie Nilsson. Thompson tries again with a decent angle, away by Webster. Paul Hartley chasing them all the way. And we are for Gonçalves. Stephen Glass, Benjalou, Whittaker advancing forward. It's some ball that though for Kevin Thompson, and Scatchell trying to match his run.
Well, I'm just surprised he doesn't try and get across the front of Scatchell here. Get across the front of him into the box, and Scatchell can't make a challenge.
Well, Hibs have scored goals galore in the Scottish Cup this season. 6 against Arbroath, 3 at Rangers, 5 at Falkirk. I'll be hoping they haven't used up all their goals yet in this competition. It's offside. Lithuanian now in charge of Hearts, Valdas Ivanauskas, who also worked for Vladimir Romanov at Kaunas. Life is certainly never dull at Hearts. Season that began with George Burley in charge, and began with their best ever league start since 1914. Then Burley departed, Graham Rich took over and continued in a similar vein. And then it was bye-bye to him. Presumably Ivanauskas will be in charge if Hearts do get to the final. Elliott, Jankowskis, Chesnauskas chasing, giving Gary Smith a problem. Robbie Nilsson will try a long throw. Good distance on that, but Gary Smith met it. Chesnauskas up against Fletcher, taking him on, and taking on Murphy too. Caldwell with time to clear. Hartley making up so much ground as usual. Sproul, not quite. It's been a not quite kind of day for Hibs. Hartley, Callum Elliott. Chris Hogg is going to come across. Oh, it looked like he took out Elliott then, and he's going to get the first yellow card of this All Edinburgh Cup semi-final.
I was saying he took the ball as he followed through though. That's why Stuart Dougal is reaching for his card.
Free kick, promising position. Hartley takes it. It's going to come to Chesnauskas, who elects not to hit it straight away. And now he's lost it. And Sproul is charging away. Everyone else struggling to keep up with him.
Well, very similar to the situation at the Hearts goal in the first half, where this time it was Chesnauskas who lost it deep inside the Hibs half. And almost punished.
Bisas. Foul. Free kick. Good position again, very similar to the last one.
Well, he had an offer from Scatzel, who was trying to get in behind. Clearly taken there. Always awkward, these ones to defend. Nightmare for a goalkeeper, because Hartley will whip this in right on top of him.
Webster and Gonsalves have come up predictably. Hartley goes for goal, and he's found it. A stunning strike. Paul Hartley does it again. Now they are dreaming. Now they are dreaming of a place in the final.
Well, if McCoskey decides that he doesn't want a two-man wall there, he's got to be more central. And he's just been totally outwitted by wonderful technique from Paul Hartley. On the one in the wall, Kevin Thompson got a certain goalkeeper. I don't think the goalkeeper should be beaten from that angle. Taking nothing away from Hartley, who gets great action on the ball. But I'll tell you what, Tony Mowbray will not be happy with his keeper being beaten from there.
He knew it was going in, didn't he? Paul Hartley has taken the captain's armband and has provided a captain's contribution to the Hearts' cause. And there is such a long way back for Hibs now. The Jambos are on their feet. Half of Hampden is singing and dancing. The other half fearing the worst now, but Hearts have been by far the stronger team. And Hibs' list of absentees proving to be rather costly. Hibs beaten in the semi-finals here last year by Dundee United. Could be a similar story, but hang on, because here's Whittaker. It's away by Chesnauskas. Gary Caldwell. That's the free kick. And Callum Elliott's getting in the way. And he's going to get a yellow card for that.
Otherwise, Whittaker is on his way. Gary Cole will try to take a quick one. And Elliott doing what a lot of players would have done. He's going to pay the price now.
Elliott joins Hogg in the book. Hibs need a response. And they need it here and now. Thompson floating it in, and it could still happen for them. Sproul turning it back.
First chance in the match, the Hearts have really looked exposed in the wide areas. And again, I think Sproul's trying to pick the right option there. He's not going to score from that angle.
Here is Whittaker. Great strike beaten away by Gordon. A reasonable height for the keeper. Murphy, Stephen Glass will advance. Webster won it. And Nielsen stays cool.
Caldwell just in a hurry here to take the free kick, because Stephen Whittaker is ahead of him here unmarked. And Elliott, well, it's understandable, but it's an automatic yellow.
Well, Hibs are going to bring on the giant striker, Amadou Conte, shortly. He hails from Mali, and Tony Mowbray will be hoping he's the answers to a few Hibi prayers. Stephen Glass is the man going off, and on comes Conte, who
substitution for
was
Hibernian. It's
at Cambridge United last year.
In the field, the oncoming player 19, Amadou Conte.
He's a big lad. Hibs need somebody to stand up and be counted now. Hearts are in command of this semi-final, and they'll be rather pleased watching in and around Gretna, no doubt, because if Hearts hang on to second spot and reach the cup final, European football would beckon for Gretna.
Just be interesting to see how that affects the Hibs shape. It looks as if Sproul's going to drop off, play a little bit deeper, which surprises me. Conte up front now with Benjamin.
Webster still won it despite Conte's presence. Here's Gary Smith. Now Sproul. He's done well. Still a bit crowded out though. And Hibs will accept the corner. The Hibs fans hoping that something will come of the corner, but it's long from Kevin Thompson. I think Scatzel is going to bring it away. Elliott. Hartley. Hibs are a bit short. Hartley has to sidestep Smith. Chesnauskis or Jankauskis, the two Lithuanians. Caldwell not doing Stephen Whittaker many favours there.
Well, that second goal is taking so much of the stress out of this match for Hearts. It's going to weather the next 5-10 minutes. Big spell in the game. If Hibs are to get back into it, they need one now.
Here's Callum Elliott. They get past Gary Smith, no he can't. Stephen Whittaker, Scottish under-21 international. Conte just on. Thompson now for Murphy. Gary Caldwell. And towards Conte. Benjamin went for the overhead kick, but snuffed out by Gonçalves.
It's good defending. It's a bat in the back, but it's good defending. Made sure he wasn't going to get a clean overhead kick at it.
Scatzel. Smith. Conte. Fisas. Hurt, touching his knee.
I think it's accidental. It was Conte, but it was accidental. Well, he looks as if he's struggling. Well, it looks as if it's a knot. Hopefully it's a knot, not a twist. It's the left foot that comes up onto the left knee of Fisas. Should be okay.
Well, he kicked the ball out because he was injured there, Fisas, but it's deciding their need is urgent. Caldwell. Craig Gordon will claim it. There's a foul anyway by Conte, who gave Gonçalves a shove, and he's now down. That's the field though, so they'll be able to carry on.
Well, the ball forward from Gary Caldwell gave Conte no chance at all. Gonçalves was just waiting for Craig Gordon coming to take it.
Craig Gordon could be in bother with Stuart Dougal here because Gonçalves is off the field and Dougal wants Gordon to get on with it, but just pointing out that it's a head wound, I think. Doesn't matter though, he's going to get a yellow card for time wasting. Well, it's correct really from Stuart Dougal because
he's just making up for lost time.
Well, it looks quite bad for Gonçalves.
If it's a head injury, then Craig Gordon's got a point.
Yeah, it does look bad actually. Well, they'd already lost Stephen Presley with a mild concussion. And now Gonçalves is down. And not looking too promising for him to continue. Whittaker. Conte chasing this. Ooh, nearly got there.
Good goalkeeping again though. We're Gordon out very quickly. Just sweeping it. At times his Hearts do push up a bit.
Well, Gonçalves still off the field getting treatment. And they might have to rejig that defence again. Fisas has gone in alongside Webster for the time being. And they are going to bring on Mikalunas, Hearts.
And it was Caldwell with the ball forward. Conte has no chance of getting it. And it was a collision with Craig Gordon himself. Craig Gordon's shoulder that did the damage.
So Gonçalves has to be replaced, and Andy Webster will have yet another partner in the heart of the defence in Fisas, because coming on
Substitution for
is
Hearts.
another Lithuanian,
Number 16, Saulius
Mikalunas.
Coming on for 34, Jose Gonçalves.
And Hibs are making a change as well. And Umar Conde is going to come on for them. Swiss defender who joined in January from Hansa Rostock. He was actually at Blackburn for a while when Brian Kidd was in charge. He's taken the place of Benjeloun, the Moroccan, making his debut today. It was always going to be a big ask of him to perform in a semi-final on his debut.
I've got Cisnauskas and Mikalunas in the wide areas now, but it's Fisas, as you said, Ian, beside Andy Webster. Scatzel now playing left back.
Hartley takes.
There's not a great deal of height in that Hearts back line now. You'd imagine that Hibs will be a lot more direct in what remains of this game, especially with Conte up through the middle now.
Mikalunas just on. Hearts throw. Gonçalves still being attended to. And there's real concern around him there. After he collided with his own keeper. Nielsen's long throw. "20 minutes left of this Edinburgh Cup showdown." Mikalunas. It's a free kick.
Well, the assistant was certainly forgiven it. Stuart Doodle has agreed. Linesman couldn't have been any closer to it. Oh, that's clear enough. And the third one, well, we just about put Hearts out of sight here.
Paul Hartley has scored both goals for Hearts. Will it be Hartley the provider this time? Turned away by Smith. It's going to come to Bruno Aguiar. Oh, he's put Hartley in again. Blocked by Murphy. Mikalunas. And onto the roof of the net. There was a concern for Markowski.
Yeah, I think Mikalunas will feel he should be doing better here. You know, he's got in behind here. He's got a bit of time to get something across the face of goal. He's sat up a little bit as he tries to knock it in. Should be doing better though.
Sproul. Fletcher takes over. Just no way through for Hibs yet, but if they could sneak one, it would change the picture considerably. And they're going to get a free kick as Murphy is taken out. There's going to be a yellow card being shown here. Bruno Aguiar has got it. Hibs hoping this is their moment. Thompson takes it. It's not their moment though. The seconds tick agonisingly away. Injury now. Scatchel. Trying to roll off the pitch. Incidentally, just to confirm that booking there for Aguiar, but they still haven't taken Gonçalves away yet. There's been a lot of looks at him from the medics there. Well, they got him on a stretcher. Another free kick for Hibs, but they need to make one count. Kevin Thompson takes. Gordon got something on it, and Stephen Whittaker has hosted it far too high.
Well, again, Craig Gordon was willing to come and try and take the pressure off Andy Webster and Fisas. Good ball into a dangerous area. Didn't manage to get it wide, Gordon. But Michael Eunice was pressing there as Whittaker trying to get the volley on target. Still no real sign that Hibs are getting themselves back into this game.
Well, Hearts, that's a handball from Conte, but Hearts losing Stephen Presley and Jose Gonçalves to head injuries, and of course they go to Celtic on Wednesday night. Gordon Strachan's side could clinch up the title. It does look bad though for Gonçalves. We're at Hampden Park, down at the Millennium Stadium now on Sky Sports 2. You can see Carlisle against Swansea in the Football League Trophy final, and later you can see West Ham against Charlton in the Premiership. Sky Sports 1 at 4. Aguiar. Hartley first to that. He's first to quite a lot. 5 goals against Hibs this season. Callum Elliott. Trapped by Conde. Thompson. Advantage played amid the grappling between Mikalunas and Thompson, but now the free kick is given. Stuart Dougal tried to play the advantage. Well, Rudy Scatzel. Well, off the boil a bit, Scatzel, after an impressive season. He is Hearts' top scorer still, with 17. On loan at the moment, and there are rumours that George Burley might like to buy him again. Southampton. Scatzel's cross. Dealt with by Murphy, and here's Sproul.
Great defending, Michael Eunice, wonderful defending.
And get a free kick as well. Oh! Now surely there's big bother here. It is. Ivan Sproul sees red, and Hibs' day goes from bad to worse.
That challenge, and that running that challenge just about sums up Hearts' determination. They've got far more conviction about him this afternoon. Sproul thinks he's on his way. Michael Eunice is not giving it up. Good tackle. Then can't get the ball out of his feet. And as he goes down, well, no excuse for that.
Well, that's ridiculous from Sproul, and any chance Hibs had of a recovery, and it hasn't looked too likely in truth. Surely gone now, and it looks like they will have to take a really sore one here, losing to their Edinburgh rivals in a Scottish Cup semi-final, and some of them have seen enough already. Ridiculous stamp from Sproul. Hartley. Well, the Scottish Cup had been good to Ivan Sproul up until then. He had scored in every round, but that run has come to an end. Hibs are down to 10 men. And all the injuries they had, and of course suspensions too, have caught up with them. But they might have a few regrets anyway about the way they performed, despite those telling absentees. Is there life in Hibs yet? Thompson centre. Smith. Chesnauskis will leave it for Fisas. Elliott. Caldwell. Thompson, hope yet, but Webster turns it away.
Good defending. They've defended that front post so well today, Hearts. On the rare occasion Hibs have got in behind the full-backs. Two centre-backs really have squeezed well in the front post area. Let's get it in the box time for Hibs now. Two big fellas up front. Forget the slow build-up game. Go long.
Conte, well, he's still going. And it's Hartley who has to dig it out. "10 minutes for Hibs to save themselves, but it's going to take a monumental effort. Of that there is no doubt. Oh, and Markowski with another error, and Jankowskis wraps it up. It doesn't get much better than this. Beating your fierce rivals in a Scottish Cup semi. Bring on Gretna.
I think Ziggy Markowski's got to hold his hands up again. He was always favourite to win it. He didn't seem to check here. Seemed to check, let Jankowskis in. No way back after that. And he was always favourite to win this, the Hibs goalkeeper. Then checked. Thought he had more time than he had. And to be fair to Jankowskis, who wasn't prepared to give it up, he gets his reward. And that really is lights out now for Hibs.
Well, the second and third goals won't be viewed much on Markowski's video machine, I think. Jankowskis, who won the Champions League with Porto, although he was left on the bench by Jose Mourinho for the final, is now after the Scottish Cup, and there's going to be a change on either side here. Hibs are going to bring on Jamie McCluskey, and Hearts are going to bring on Michael Pospisil, the Czech striker who scored a cracker against Aberdeen in this cup run. Callum Elliott off and Pospisil on, and Stephen Fletcher's coming off for Hibs.
Substitution for Hibs.
Comes Jamie McCluskey, 18 years of age. He's going to get his first taste of the Edinburgh Derby experience, but it's going to be a rather sour taste for all those involved with Hibs. And their half of Hampden is emptying quickly now. Whittaker, and steps Mikalunas. Scatzel. Caldwell. Murphy. Well, as the rows continued over Sproul's stamp and red card, Paul Hartley and Kevin Thompson both picked up yellow cards. Now that would have ruled Kevin Thompson out of the final, but of course that won't matter now. He's not going there. Heart of Midlothian are. Valdez Ivanauskas, who's only just replaced Graham Ricks, is going to take Hearts through to the final, although it was Graham Ricks who took them this far to the semi-final. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride at Hearts this season, and the ride has rarely stopped. Conte. And he's got a free kick.
He did well to win one. Well outnumbered there. Didn't appear to have anywhere to go. Anything Hibs get now won't be anything more than a consolation.
Well, Kevin Thompson might go for it, might as well. Thompson does go for it. Craig Gordon saw it coming all the way.
Carried full toss into his arms as well. If it bounces in front of him, it might have given him a little bit of a problem, but an easy enough catch for the Scotland keeper.
Well, Hibs' long wait to win the Scottish Cup goes on and on and on and on. 1902, the last time they lifted the famous trophy. They just cannot get rid of that particular millstone. Hearts have only won it twice in the last 99 years themselves. 1998 the last time. Here's Whittaker. Mikalunas now charging away. Pospisil in the middle, but Markowski will collect.
Took a bobble. He was about to cross it in. Surface not the best today after 90 minutes on it yesterday.
Well, Hearts' remarkable season is going to end with the Scottish Cup final date, Saturday, May the 13th, against Gretna here at the National Stadium. It's only an hour between Glasgow and Edinburgh, but I bet that journey back for the Hibs fans will feel a bit longer. Losing a semi-final is bad enough, but losing to your city rivals really did not bear thinking about. Now they have to think about it. Rest assured, they won't be allowed to forget it. Pospisil chasing this. Oh, he's been held back, and Gary Smith's going to get a red card, surely.
There's no choice.
Gary Smith is sent off. Hibs are down to 9 men, and it's a pen.
Expected to see the goalkeeper coming out, stayed where he was, and that is not a difficult decision for Stuart Doogan. You can see his angle here, it's perfectly placed to see it.
Paul Hartley is going to be on a hat-trick. Harry Smith sent off, Ivan Sproul sent off. Paul Hartley has never ever scored a hat-trick. This would be the time. Here comes Hartley, and here comes a hat-trick. What a hero, a superhero. 3 for Hartley, 4 for Hearts, and Jambo's dreams have come so very true.
Thoroughly deserved hat-trick for Paul Hartley as well. A penalty, a free kick and a wonderful first goal that broke the deadlock. It sums up the confidence of a player who's right at the top of his game and who developed very late in his career. But a top-drawn midfield player these days.
Paul Hartley, hat-trick hero, and what a player he has been over the last couple of years. Absolutely outstanding. The ironic thing is, he was at Hibs, of course, never quite happened for him then. It's all happening for him now. First hat-trick in the Scottish Cup semi since Billy Dodds got one here for Rangers a few years ago. Wonder who your man of the match might be, Davey.
Oh, it's a no contest, isn't it? Paul Hartley, head and shoulders, complete performance. Got the vital goal that broke the deadlock, settled the nerves. A terrific free kick, even though I think Malkowski was at fault for Hart's second, and he's just rounded it off there a moment ago. Wonderful 90 minutes from the Scotland midfielder. He's my tennis man of the match.
Well, he's now scored 6 times against his former club Hibs this season, and 3 of them have come from the penalty spot. But certainly Malkowski in the Hibs goal has hardly covered himself in glory, and Hibs seeing this game out now with 9 men after red cards for Sproul for stupidly stamping, and for Gary Smith, who pulled Pospisil back. Could it really be any worse for Hibs? Well, only if Hearts continue to score. There's going to be just 2 minutes added on though, and Hibs will probably be rather grateful. You won't see many cheerful faces around the Leith area of Edinburgh today. Tony Mowbray's side have been well beaten here, but in the Gorgie area of the Scottish capital, I think they'll be having quite a night somehow. Hearts are heading through to the 2006 Scottish Cup final, where they will meet Gretna, and what an intriguing final that will be. Well, even Auskas has done the last bit on this cup run. Paul Hartley's hat-trick for Hearts has ensured that their Edinburgh rivals, Hibs, have been well beaten. And Vladimir Romanov, who's had his critics, plenty of them, will be coming back here next month. Two men who've put their money into the clubs, Brooks Marson at Gretna and Vladimir Romanov here at Hearts. They'll be contesting the Scottish Cup final. It's the 3rd time this season that Hearts have scored 4 goals against Hibs. They did so twice at Tynecastle. A different manager for most of the derbies each time. Hibs looking for a consolation, but there can be no consolation for them. Hearts are in the final. They will return here next month. Valdis Ivanauskas, the man in charge now. Paul Hartley, the hat-trick hero, and quite simply breathtaking individual performance. 2 teams who've certainly had their fair share of stories to tell this season will meet in the final. It's agony for Hibs, it is ecstasy for Hearts, and when you thrash your city rivals like this, you can't beat it. And just to add another touch, it means they're in the final.
As Hearts took to the field, they were the obvious favourites to win. Gretna were a second division team who had never reached the final and had not even been in the Scottish League the last time Hearts won the cup. The match may not have been exactly what the Hearts supporters or anyone else expected, but the end result demonstrated the commitment and passion their players felt for the club.
It has been an astonishing season for Gretna. Their fans have never known anything like it. But come to think of it, it's been an astonishing season for Hearts too. Their fans have never known anything like it. From non-league football in England to the Scottish Third Division, to the Second Division, to the First Division, to the Cup Final, to Europe, Gretna really are living the dream.
Please welcome Hearts manager Craig Gordon, Robbie Nielsen, attackers Fisas.
Well, Gretna sure have some stories to tell about this season, but then so do Hearts. It's been a rollercoaster ride at Tynecastle. They've qualified for the Champions League and reached the Cup Final, but there's been a fair bit of debris scattered along the way, and a couple of managers too.
Please welcome Gretna, managed by Robin Alexander, Coach, David Nichols, Steve Tosh, Derek Townsley, Chris Innes, John O'Neill.
Saturday, May the 13th, Hampden Park, Glasgow, the 2006 Scottish Cup Final, Hearts and Gretna. Gretna is closed today. The whole town has run away to Hampden for a date with Hearts. Brooks Milson has transformed the fortunes of this club from the borders. I suppose you have to say that Vladimir Romanov has transformed the fortunes of Hearts as well. He's certainly done it his way. Valdas Ivanauskas in charge of Hearts today, but George Burley and Graham Ricks certainly did their bit as well in this remarkable season. Rowan Alexander has been the manager for 5 years. He's taken Gretna through various leagues, north and south of the border, and now he's in the cup final and, by the way, in Europe. There's a first major final for today's referee, Dougie McDonald, who actually sent off the Hearts coach Ivanauskas at Celtic recently. Hearts split the old firm in the Scottish Premier League to secure a Champions League place. Here they are in the cup final. This season, the Scottish Cup has given us Clyde turning over Celtic, Hibs winning at Ibrox, Partick Thistle beating Cali Thistle and very nearly doing the same to Hearts. St Mirren, Alloa and Airdrie were giant killers too. Is there one more big shock to come? Fisas, a European Championship winner with Greece, towards Jankauskas, an early free kick for Hearts.
I think Gretna have got to feel their way into this game, and I think they've got to be very cautious in the opening 5-10 minutes. We've watched Hearts blow teams away throughout this season with a power play early on in the match. It's absolutely vital that Gretna aren't damaged, leave themselves with a real uphill task.
Well, James Grady is chasing this, and you can rest assured that he'll chase everything this afternoon. He was closely watched by Ibrahim Tal.
It's the type of ball he wants, though, you know, in behind or up the side of central defenders. Kenny Duke are much less complicated, you know, he does give them the option of going back to front. And Grady, perfect foil running off him.
Jasnowskis. Here's Robbie Nielsen, Hearts' longest-serving player. On by Jankauskas for Hartley. Such an inspiration for Hearts. Looking to make an early impression, Hartley. Oh, and Ben Narchis failed to make contact.
Well, had the option here, Paul Hartley could have taken the shot on. I thought he shaped as if he was going to try and score with the outside of his right foot here. Decided instead to play it in front post for Gretna. And just a little bit heavy with the pass.
Stephen Presley for Fisas. Jankowskis. Chesnauskis having Skelton trying to stick close to him. It's a fine challenge on Skelton. Just what you want to do in the opening couple of minutes of the cup final.
It's a terrific tackle, but you know they've got to find a white jersey with the ball out of defence, or it's just going to keep coming back at them.
Nielsen and offside against Jankowskis.
Danger for Gretna is if they try and squeeze the game and push up, they've got to watch Hartley arriving late, going beyond the front two.
Alan Main aiming that towards Kenny Juka. Robbie Nilsson's colossal throw. Here's John O'Neill. O'Neill, plenty of experience, can't put Juka away. Gretna were 350 to 1 to win the Scottish Cup before the tournament began, and they defy those incredible odds. Scottish Cup full of surprises this season. Scatzel. Challenged by Mark Birch. Hearts hoping the long throw routine might work. Bednar looking to flick on. Comes back towards Fisas, and it's a crack hit now. Hearts.
It's a decent block by Stevie Tosh, but Gretna already been backed up right on top of Alan Main.
Stephen Presley, the skipper, lurking on the back post. Paul Hartley aims it towards Presley.
It's not a corner that Alan Main could come for. There's so much late whipping the ball there from Paul Hartley. Stephen Presley, I thought, was climbing anyway. Up over the top of Juka, up early, making sure that Juka wasn't getting up. I don't think he was penalised. I think Dick McDonald gave the goal kick.
Alan Main played for Dundee United in the Scottish Cup final 15 years ago. That incredible match that they lost 4-3 to Motherwell. Juka helping this on. And Craig Gordon stops it going for a potential corner. Gretna's population is less than 3,000, yet they've brought 12,000 to Hampden. An excellent effort. And the Hearts fans have showed what they're all about as well, turning up in force. O'Neill now for Juka, who's offside, Brady.
Well, was he? Very tight. It's a good reverse. He had McGuffey right side there, Juka. And that's what James Grady will want to play, right on the shoulder of the last defender.
Scatzel. That's a free kick and a promising position for Hearts. Paul Hartley getting himself focused. James Grady just standing in the way.
Well, he might get himself a booking if he doesn't get out of there, but you can see what he's trying to do. Trying to make sure that wall is spot on.
apparently straight against the wall. He did score on a free kick, and he claimed that semi-final hat-trick against Hibs on a sweet day for Hearts. Bednar gives it back to Nielsen. And we are for Fisas. It's come to Chesnauskis! Well, Alan Main was stranded and fortune favoured Gretna as it bounced off the post. But Hearts are coming back for more. Here's the man who hit the post, Chesnauskis, but he's held up by John O'Neill. And O'Neill's been caught right there by Chesnauskis.
Well, let off for Gretna. They really are being pummeled at the moment. Good early touch here to get it under control. Got the shot away early. Chris Innes trying to get out to make the block. Can't quite get there. Fortunately enough for Gretna, the ball is moving just a little bit right to left.
Well, he's scored 3 times for Hearts, and all 3 of those goals have come in this competition, including a stunner against Partick Thistle in the quarter-final this season. McGuffey. Hearts have lost Scottish Cup finals in 1976, 86 and 96. I'll be hoping that particular sequence does not continue today. Skelton. O'Neill. Derek Townsley. Birch will elect to go back to Alan Main. Ibrahim Tal, not exactly aerially challenged by Grady. Gretna, unsurprisingly, struggling to find their feet as Hearts look to hurt them early on. And this man can hurt, as Hibs found out to their cost in the semi-final, and a few other teams have found out too. Aguiar now for Fisas. Fisas again. Nielsen. Doesn't quite reach Jankowskis, or anyone else come to that. And here's McGuffey. Well, he's got Grady and Duker ahead of him, and they can't score goals. No free kick for McGuffey.
It's a good run nevertheless. Took the ball for a wander, 60 yards, took a lot of pressure off.
Flag stays down. It's Fisas, Jankowskis and Bednar waiting. And Townsley just hooked it away.
Oh, needed a better ball in, needed far more pace in the ball in, because Bednar was in early, had his hand up. When he needed the ball zipped across the face of goal, it was in the air too long.
There's Tal. Hartley. Aguiar, the Portuguese midfielder, preferred to the Frenchman Brelia. Chesnauskis, who's hit the post already. It's casual on Robbie Nielsen's left foot. It's given away by O'Neill, but he gets a second chance to clear. Stephen Presley. It's Rudy Scatzel. And Alan Main gets to grips with it.
Well, it's a good save. I think the important thing there was no spillage at all, because Paul Hartley is following it in, would have had a tap in. Had it come off Alan Main any distance. We're glad to get an early touch of the ball, early save under his belt.
Hartley. Jankowskis is onside, and this is ominous for Gretna. Alan Main stopped it, but here's Bednar. And Gretna are hanging in there. Blocked by Innes, second time around. And they're doing a bit more than hanging now.
Oh, he had Duka. Had he played it early, Kenny Duka's in acres of space there.
Skelton. Here's Tal, the Senegalese international. Years ago, Gretna were playing non-league football in England, the Unibond League. Now here they are in the Scottish Cup final, and they will play in Europe next season, regardless of what happens today. Although if they were to win the cup, they would go straight into the competition. Otherwise, they'll face a qualifying round, but I think they'll just about take that. Nichols, Hartley, Nielsen, Aguiar, Hartley, that's a late one, and Dougie MacDonald will want a word with Ryan McGuffey.
That's a good turn there from Paul Hartley. Dougie MacDonald might have thought about the booking there.
Robbie Nielsen, Bednar, Roman Bednar, the Czech striker.
It's a terrific chance, and he gets away from Birch and he's coming blindside of Innes there. Oh, he should be getting something on target there. It's a good ball in by Nielsen. He's got his half yard. Oh, he should be hitting the target, should be working the keeper.
One of the players George Burley brought to the club. He was voted the Discovery of the Year in the Czech Republic last year. One or two scares for Gretna, but they've almost negotiated the opening quarter of an hour of the 2006 Scottish Cup final. Fisas, who's won cups in Greece and in Portugal. He's after a hat-trick of domestic cups today. He won another trophy as well, the European Championship with Greece. Offside here against Jankowskis. Valdas Ivanauskas won the Lithuanian Cup last year with Kaunas. Now he has his sights set on the Scottish Cup. He's lost out in the best dress stakes, though, hasn't he, really, to Rowan Alexander. Robbie Nielsen having to turn that away. Skelton throw. The presence of Aguiar earning Hearts a throw now. Hearts, who had home draws all the way in the Scottish Cup this season, although some tricky ties. They had to see off fellow SPL teams, Kilmarnock and Aberdeen. Then Partick Thistle from the second division probably gave them more problems than anyone before they demolished Hibs, their Edinburgh rivals, in the semis. O'Neill held back by Bednar. Gretna, of course, had to play in the very first round of the Scottish Cup. They beat Preston Athletic from the East of Scotland League 6-2. Then Cove Rangers from the Highland League 6-1. And then they had to overcome some first division clubs. Interesting from Craig Gordon, who's made a right mess of it. Will Gretna make him pay? Well, Nielsen having to stab it behind for a corner. I'm not quite sure what Craig Gordon was up to.
Well, I don't think Nielsen did him any favours with the back pass. It was a bit heavy, but it was a clumsy first touch from a lad who otherwise is usually pretty comfortable with the ball at his feet.
John O'Neill ready to deliver. Not the worst, and Presley heading it behind. Was an enticing corner from John O'Neill. Can he match it? He can, although there's been a shove this time, and it's a free kick for Hearts. This is the first time Gretna have played top-flight opponents in the Scottish Cup this season. But they did beat St Mirren, who've won promotion to the SPL. St Johnstone, Clyde and Dundee fell by the wayside. Rudy Scatzel is coming through here, and that's a fine challenge, but Jankowskis is coming back for more. That's away by Skelton, and Gretna living dangerously again.
Oh, big tackle from Mark Birch. Terrific first touch from Scatzel to take him in behind.
Nielsen. Chesnauskis. Aguiar. There's Tal. And now Fisas. Jankowskis. Up against Birch. He's shaking him off. Jankowskis now for Bruno Aguiar. Jankowskis. Bednar, Chesnauskis might have taken that on the volley, but Skelton able to relieve the pressure for Gretna.
It's a good tackle, Hearts just overplaying at times. A couple of chances to get a shot away there.
Skelton. Presley up against Grady. Scatzel. Fisas. Hartley advanced, and Alan Main will catch it before Jankowskis can get near.
I think significantly though, Davy Nicholls matched the run of Hartley. And if it's not the spare central defender, Nicholls, who's the deepest lying of the three central midfield players for Gretna, has to track him.
Hearts held off Rangers to finish as runners-up to Celtic, giving them a chance to have a crack at the Champions League next season. That's loose, Skelton. Gretna have kept 5 successive clean sheets in the Scottish Cup, but that particular record might be severely tested today by a Hearts team who were worthy of second place in the league.
The problem Gretna have been as much as we expected. The two wing-backs struggling to get forward. It's more or less a back five. You see how deep Gavin Skelton is there when he wins that header. McGuffey on the other side is struggling to get forward.
Robbie Nilsson's long throw was met by Chris Innes. Hartley. Fisas. Aguiar. Will they let him have the shot? And the deflection almost took it in, corner.
That came off Mark Birch. Lovely drop with the shoulder to get away from Stevie Tosh here. He's dropped the shoulder, worked it onto his right side. Took a big deflection off Mark Birch. Could have gone anywhere.
take the corner. The Hearts fans in full voice now. Hartley whipping it in again, and there's been a foul. Bodies all over the place.
Well, again, I think it's Stephen Presley and Kenny Duker at the back post. Gretna centre forward, obviously been given the responsibility of looking after Presley at corners. And as usual, Hearts number 4 attacking it from the back post area. Both in a little bit early. So often you see that award going in favour of the defending side.
Well, Gretna have got a free kick. And they have a chance to offer something in this cup final. John O'Neill will take this. Craig Gordon comes for it. Didn't get to it, and it's a corner.
That's a good decision by Craig Gordon. If he makes up his mind he's coming for that, he's got to at least get a fist on the ball.
Roman Bednar hurt amid that throng of players. Skelton offside as he got it back. Here's Robbie Nilsson. O'Neill's header went into the path of Scatzel, and Paul Hartley's in off for once. His touch let him down.
Well, the assistant did well to keep his flag down because Bednar was offside, but not in active play, as it's played here. In fact, he's not. But Hartley's made a good deep run anyway, and it's a clumsy touch from Paul Hartley, of all people. I said earlier on, he will run off that central three of Gretna. So important, the spare defender is looking out for him.
James Grady's been taken out here by Ibrahim Tal, and Dougie McDonald will have a quick word with him. But this could be promising for Gretna, the second division champions.
Well, I'm not sure of targets. Duker, Townsley, Innes, all very good in the air. It's a good ball in here though from Gavin Skelton.
It could be a key moment, and Skelton belts it, and Craig Gordon forced to make the save. Well, John O'Neill has already floated in a couple of decent corners from this side. O'Neill again, Gordon elects to punch. And there could be a breakout here for Scatzel. He's going to have Chisnowskis running through. Scatzel wants to go it alone, and he's going to be stopped by Skelton, who got that.
Fabulous defending. Gavin Skelton's come back 50-60 yards to make that challenge. Wonderful tackle.
Here's O'Neill. They haven't really been able to pick out Kenny Duker so far. Now the doctor has conceded a free kick.
Scatzel would have been in there, but for a terrific run there, because he skinned Mark Birch. And Gavin Skelton's come back 50-60 yards to make that challenge.
Nilsson. Valdas Ivanauskas in charge of Hearts now after the departure of Graham Ricks. Of course, it was George Burley who started it all off. You do wonder whether Hearts would have made more of a championship challenge had Burley stayed, but that's by the by. They've done pretty well for themselves anyway. Second place, Champions League, and in the Scottish Cup final. Craig Gordon, Scotland's #1. Hartley hoisting it towards Chesnauskis. No problem for Alan Main. Grady will get a free kick off Fisas. Gretna, of course, don't have squad numbers in the second division, so they line up 1 to 11 today, just like the old days. Helped on by Tosh, and they haven't finished with it yet. John O'Neill with that effort. Townsley. And we are giving away free kick. Skelton. Heading towards the half-hour mark in the Scottish Cup final.
Well, they'll certainly be relieved that they managed to get through that first 10-20 minutes or so unscathed, Rowan Alexander. They rode their luck a little bit, but you certainly wouldn't grudge them it.
Aguiar, there's Birch, O'Neill, David Nichols, Kenny Juka trying to get a piece of the action. Fisas though sorting it out for Hearts. Scatchel has lost it. Kauskas. Free kick for Jankauskas, who was on the bench when Jose Mourinho's Porto won the Champions League. It's a foul by Scansel this time. Nilsson. Chesnauskis. Hearts probing again. Paul Hartley, and it's snuffed out superbly by Davy Nichols. Fisas. And Bednar wasn't picked up. Main having to nudge it away for a corner.
Oh, he should be doing better, Bednar. He's completely unchallenged here. He's not going to score from this angle, but he's got to get it back across goal. Terrific ball in to pick him out. He's got all the time in the world, and Hearts have loaded up that back post if he gets him back across goal.
What can Hearts make of the corner from Scansel? It's easily taken by Alan Main, confidently so. And he's trying to set Stevie Tosh away, but Stephen Presley coming back diverted that. Scansel. Bednar. Tosh. Tal shouldn't be too bothered by Juka's presence nearby. Chesnauskis. Fouled by Chris Innes, the Gretna skipper.
After that first 15 minutes or so, I've lost their way a little bit.
Hartley wants a bit more to aim for than just Jankauskas and Bednar who are in the box. Scansel it is who takes it. Jankauskas, and there's been a push. It was saved anyway by Alan May, but a free kick.
Well, I was always favourite Jankowski's over. Has he given offside? No, flag stayed down near side, I think. Must have been for climbing. Good whip ball in from Scatzel. Didn't see a lot in that.
Jankowski scored in the quarter-final against Partick and scored in the semi-final against Hibs. Here's Robbie Nilsson. Bednar. Chesnauskis. Here's Fisas. Chesnauskis wants it back. John O'Neill made a terrific challenge.
It's a good challenge. I think this is Gretna's problem, though, getting out now. You know, once they have possession, there's only James Grady up there to hit. Better.
McGuffey. Well, he's picked out Gavin Skelton. This is Mark Birch. Brady. McGuffey in, and Tosh advanced, and Stephen Pressley having to deal with it. Well, they do have Townsley and Innes coming up from the back, of course. McGuffey loitering with intent, as well as Juka and Grady. Skelton sends it in. That's met by Fisas. Hasn't gone very far, though. And McGuffey's header is going to land on the roof of the net. Juka. Juka with an astonishing 66 goals in 85 matches for Gretna. Not kept in by Townsley, and Hearts have a chance to ask questions again, especially as Robbie Nilsson possesses a long throw. Nilsson launching it towards Bednar. Scatzel retrieves it. Hartley. Away by Innes, but straight back to Hartley, who's got Fisas on the overlap. And Fisas still going. Scatzel tries the spectacular.
Well, Fisas did well. Might have been tempted just to knock it in first time, but he was determined to make a far better angle to get in behind, and he did well.
Scatzel, who was on loan to Hearts from Marseille, but has agreed a deal now. Been experiencing a goal drought in the second half of the season after starting so well. Some throw for Bednar. Just tickled away by Mark Birch, who began his career at his hometown club, Stoke. Robbie Nilsson's long throw, Jankowskis and Scatzel! Rudy Scatzel ends his goal drought in the Scottish Cup final, and Hearts hope they are on their way to glory.
Well, it's a terrific first-time finish from Scatzel. Always a problem, you know, Gretna getting backed up when they're as deep as this. Not see who wins the first ball. It might even have been Chris Innes who nicked it on. Nobody in the right back position. That is a terrific finish from Scatzel. Back across Alan Main, who's wrong-footed. It was Chris Innes who won the first ball. Little nick. He takes it early, he takes it high, but what a good job Scatzel makes of the finish.
It's his 17th goal of the season, but his first since the end of January. Scored in the opening 7 league matches of the season. He did receive a yellow card, I think, for his wild celebration. Mind you, he's been waiting a while to score. Offside here against James Grady, so Gretna couldn't see it through to half-time. They trail.
I think they just get a little bit preoccupied, Gretna, with the two big fellas, Jankowskis and Bednar. And Scatsel's just come round the back. Still a terrific finish. It's an awkward height, and he's bulleted that back across Alan May.
Clisas now for Aguiar. Last 5 minutes of the first half. Hearts want a second before the break. And Stevie Tosh gets a goal kick off Scatzel, the scorer. Scatzel then did get a yellow card for his celebration. I mean, we can't have somebody celebrating their first goal since January in the Scottish Cup final, can we?
I think, to be fair to Dougie McDonald, he's under instruction. The minute the jersey comes off, he's looking at a yellow, but what a good finish. Then he's on his way. He hasn't scored since January, so you can understand his excitement getting one in the cup final. It's a daft rule, isn't it?
Completely daft. That'll be offside against Jankowskis. It's a rule they really have to do something about soon. Scatzel's first goal in 15 games, and it meant so much to him, and it means so much to Hearts. They have the lead in the 2006 Scottish Cup final. Juka rising though. Scatzel stopped Nichols getting to that. And poor Hartley fouling John O'Neill.
That's soft. I can see why Hartley's angry. He's entitled to go and win that, and he won it well. He would have been in a good position to break otherwise.
Gretna not hanging around. O'Neill in towards Juka.
He just couldn't get anything on it. There's no real pace in the ball in. He's trying hard to generate power, but it's just dropping straight out of the sky onto his head.
McGuffey. Well, Hearts were the last team from outside of the Old Firm to win this famous trophy in 1998. Are they going to do it again in 2006? Romanov, never a dull moment when he's around. He doesn't do dull moments. Got through a few managers already. He says he'll do whatever it takes to make Hearts the biggest and the best in Scotland.
Well, Bednar reckons he was on. I think he's gone just a fraction early. He's looking right across the line.
Gretna from the borders respond before half-time. Oh, they're going to get a free kick.
Well, this is a terrific chance. It's Aguiar with the tackle on Stevie Tosh. What a chance this is. Got to get something on target here.
Kenny Juka and John O'Neill. Davy Nichols were all there. Birch, Nichols setting themselves for this. Juka's now moved away.
Looks like they're going to shift the ball, which surprises me. I think in that area, you know, you can take the strike on. I don't know why they have to shift it.
Last minute of the first half, a key moment in the cup final. Dougie McDonald's not happy with Juka's presence in the wall. It is Mark Birch for the hit, and the wall proves to be very effective. Birch now trying to hold up Hartley. And gets the fans going. to little effect. Jimmy McDonald has indicated that there won't be any added on time in this first half, so a matter of seconds remaining. It is half-time, and I suppose it had been coming. Rudy Scatter was due a goal, having not scored since the end of January. And you can understand his and theirs jubilation when it finally came, just before half-time. Hearts have the advantage, but in this season of Scottish Cup shocks, Gretna might yet have their say. Half-time in Hampden, Hearts 1, Gretna 0. There is a terrific support here in Hampden for both teams today. It's Hearts who have the advantage. Gretna haven't had too many sights of goal, but with Duca and Grady around, they might not need too many. One chance taken, what a difference it would make. Ibrahim Tal will see that one behind. Senegalese international, preferred to Andy Webster, the Scottish international, who's in a dispute about where his future might lie with the club. Duca will challenge, or in fact leaves it for Presley. Tosh. Here's McGuffey. He's got time to deliver, and Kenny Duca won't be allowed to get near that. Craig Gordon with a fairly straightforward catch.
Again, no pace on the ball in. Goalkeeper always favoured the longer the ball's in the air. You've got the choice now, Gretna. Do they stick or twist now? Do they go for it, or try and play away cautiously and hope they can nick one?
Gretna with plenty of experience in their ranks. And you can see a point in a couple of years' time where they might be playing the likes of Hearts week in, week out. That is their aim, their ambition, to mix it regularly with the elite in the Scottish Premier League. It's a fantastic day out for Gretna, but they want it to be a bit more than that. They want to mount a serious challenge for this famous old trophy. Visas. Helped on by Jankowski as Bednar's offside. Have only won the Scottish Cup 3 times in the last 100 years. It's a trophy that hasn't found its way to Edinburgh too often. O'Neill on by Duca. Oh, what a big chance here! And it's flashed just wide, agonisingly from Tosh. Encouragement for Gretna. Stevie Tosh so close to an equaliser. There's Robbie Nelson, who won the Youth Cup with Hearts. Looking to win the Scottish Cup. Hartley. Well, he wants a free kick and he's going to get it eventually.
I could have had it earlier.
The second goal early in the second half would put Hearts firmly in command. Admirably defended by Gretna.
It's Chris Innes again who won the first ball. Defended these set pieces so well today for Rowan Alexander.
Here's Hartley. Offside against Bednar.
He had a long look there.
Hearts and Gretna on centre stage. Grady. Offside against Tosh. Presley up towards Hartley. Davy Nichols won it. Skelton's going to run onto this. It's gone behind Kenny Duca and Towell can clear. Tosh had advanced again, but Stephen Presley in the way. Kauskis determined. Kenny Duca slightly hurt as he collided with Jankowskis. He's definitely hurt something. Here's a doctor, mind you, might be able to sort himself out. Fisas, Bednar, then Kauskis holds it up well. Really had arms around him. Here's Aguiar now for Nielsen. Nielsen's centre. Paul Hartley.
Well, almost punished for a poor clearance at the front post there, Gretna.
Presley now. Here's Bednar. And Kauskis and Chesnauskis in the middle. Presley stayed up there. It's Hartley again.
Well, you expect better from him. Davy Nichols, who's closest to him, but he's not getting across to make the block here. Hartley can let this come across his body. Bednar at full stretch. Well, that's a decent chance for a player of Paul Hartley's technique.
Hearts playing in their 13th Scottish Cup final. Gretna, of course, have never experienced the like before. Skelton kept it in.
Well, we see free kick 10 yards inside the Gretna half, but Chris Innes has gone up, and clearly Rowan Alexander has said every opportunity, knock it long to the targets and try and play off that.
Townsley towards Duca. There's a foul by him on Stephen Presley. Kenny Duca still has a problem with that knock he took a moment ago and might have to be replaced. That's ominous for Gretna. So Duca struggling. Well, in fact, they've decided that Kenny Duca can play on. He's given the signal that he is okay, so there's a change as to who's coming off.
Davy Nichols, I think.
Davy Nichols making way.
Substitution.
And on comes Davy Graham, a young striker who they signed from Stranraer. Gretna going for it, 10 minutes into the second half. Duca, he's definitely okay, and he's away. Well, Graham just on, made some sort of contact.
It's just behind him, he's in just a little bit too early. Duca did ever so well here at Skin Fisas. Gets the ball in as early as he can, but it's slightly behind Graham.
Bednar, Scatzel looking to turn provider this time, and Jankowskis and Hartley were both in there.
I think it took a nick off Derek Townsley, took it away from Paul Hartley. Paul Hartley thinks he's scoring at the back post here. Scatzel couldn't have done any better. He had good early ball in, but that nick there took it off Paul Hartley.
Scatzel, the scorer of Hearts' goal, will take this corner. Scatzel delivers. Skimmed off the head of Kenny Duca. It'll be another corner. The Hearts fans stand to applaud Paul Hartley as he goes across to take this. Hartley in. Alan May deciding to punch it. Skelton. Gretna stringing some passes together. Birch. Skelton leaves it for Townsley. Tosh. Almost run away from Birch. Gretna have got the throw. Innes. Tosh. Just avoided Jankowskis with that. Here's Townsley. Skelton. As tigerish as ever. Here's Ryan McGuffey. Skelton now. Might have sold Townsley a bit short. Wisniewski's and Townsley both went for it. Jankowskis. It's Paul Hartley. Hartley tried to slip it through to Jankowskis, but it was blocked.
I don't think Bednar did him any favours. Paul Hartley's hoping Bednar will drag the defender so he can shift it onto his right side and get the shot in. Good early ball from Jankowskis, who spotted the run of Hartley initially.
Here's Graham. Having some zip, having just come on, but unable to deliver. Still just the one goal in it, scored by Rudy Scatzel 6 minutes before half-time. Innes made it his. Grady. McGuffey. Paul.
Yeah, final ball again. I hand it to Rowan Alexander, though. I think the switch has worked well for Gretna at the moment. It's more or less 3-4-3, so they're still matching up in midfield. Still got a spare defender at the back. They've got a bit of support up to Grady and Duca as well.
There's Jankowskis, though, and he's aiming to put Hartley through. Hartley raging with the pass. Jankowskis and Bednar tangled with Mark Birch. Now there's going to be a card coming out here from Dougie McDonald. card.
I'm surprised if anyone but Paul Hartley gets a streak of this.
Well, we've seen him score from here before. From this kind of range. Paul Hartley is ready, but it's over and out. It didn't really threaten Alan Main at all. Guffey. His towel. We might just present Kenny Juka with a chance. Well, Alexander's Gretna still hoping they might get a break, they might get an equaliser. Bednar has helped it on there, and Hearts want that second goal to finish them off. Chesnauskis. Bednar, blocked by Skelton. It's going to come back to Bruno Aguiar. Oh, and it just about stuck with me.
I didn't really get a decent strike on Aguiar. Didn't quite get out his body there to get some purchase on it. Gretna still well in this, even at 1-0 down.
McGuffey. Here's Tosh. Ray Gordon, the Football Writers Player of the Year in Scotland, and also the Hearts Players Player of the Year. Well, both awards back after that kick. John O'Neill. Chesnauskis. Stephen Presley, who does have a Scottish Cup winners medal. He came on for Rangers as a late sub in the 1993 final. He'd have played a much more prominent part this time if Hearts do it. A hint of handball on Bednar then.
Yeah, big claim there. Chris Ennis looking across at the assistant. I'm not sure Dougie McDonald was positioned to see it. The pace of the game's starting to drop, but it might be suiting Gretna a little bit. I think they struggled early on, the high tempo Hearts started with.
Just going to run away from Ryan McGuffey.
It's a pity Stevie Tosh reckons he should have got to it, but
the Gretna story, remarkable as it already is, will have a new chapter next season when they play in Europe. Of course, their ground is far too small. They're going to have to play their matches at Motherwell. And if they lose the final, they're going to have to play a qualifying round as well. But it's going to be yet another exciting experience for Aaron Alexander and his team. The team from a tiny town on the borders really have put themselves on the world map. They have captured the imagination of football fans everywhere. McGuffey. All the deflection helped out Grady, but it's stopped by Tal.
it's a good spell in the game though for Gretna. The ball in from James Grady, there was no lack of support there.
Bednar. Oh, Romain has miscued it, but he was helped out by Chris Innes. Birch just about carried with Bednar closing in. Skelton.
A good spell in the game for Gretna. As I said, well in it, the longer this game wears on at 1-0, the more nervous you'd imagine Hearts will become.
Grady has picked out McGuffey. The question is, who can he pick out? Ryan McGuffey. And Towell stopped it, returning to Grady. And here's Jankauskas trying to put Bednar in, and Bednar is in. The keeper's off his line.
Oh, he made a terrific run there, Bednar. Just held the wide area, then he's right across Mark Birch. Hold. Watch him go now. He's just too quick for Birch there. Again, I think he should be doing better. Alan Main's right out his goal. All he's got to do is dink it over him.
There's Davy Graham. Oh, he's through! What a big moment! He's surely going to score! No! Robbie Nielsen with an amazing tackle to preserve Hearts' lead. A massive moment in the cup final. Davy Graham looks set to score, and Robbie Nielsen, Hearts' longest-serving player, stepped in at the last moment, the very last moment.
Well, the boss in the game now, you'd have to say that. Only one team playing at the moment, and it's not Hearts.
Skelton. Oh, it's been presented to Graham again. McGuffey. Davy Graham gets a corner. He might have had a goal. And Rowan Alexander ordering the Gretna followers to raise the stakes at Hampden. It's a fantastic spell for his team, but they need to make it pay. Skelton's corner. Innes and Nelson there, and turned wide by Juka.
The Hearts starting to look ragged at the back.
Hearts are going to bring on Michael Pospisil soon. Giving an excellent account of themselves in this second half, and Davy Graham has sparked them into life. It's a rather tame effort ultimately. Roman Bednar, the Czech striker, is going to be replaced by one of his fellow countrymen here, Michael Pospisil, who scored in the third round when Hearts began this trip to Hampden with a 3-0 win over Aberdeen. I seem to recall it was a bit of a cracker as well from Pospisil. He's coming on for the last 20 minutes or so. Well, possibly the last 20 minutes. Of course, there could be extra time if Gretna find a way back. It's become hard work for Hearts, that's for sure. Gretna rallying. Presley does manage to find Craig Gordon, and James Grady's going to get a card for that, you would suspect.
Yeah, I think he could have pulled out of it had he wanted to. James Grady knew exactly what he was doing.
Skelton. Presley's header. Almost caught out then by Pospisil, who's just on. And Gretna toiling in their efforts to dig this one out, but Derek Townsley has done so now, although it's going to fall kindly for Hart. Scatzel, an important header away from Innes. Fisas.
I thought he was trying to short there, Fisas. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Another change for Hearts. Off comes Bruno Aguiar, and on comes Julien Brellier, the Frenchman, who has done an important job in the Hearts team this season.
Yeah, he's a great protector. It's like for like, he'll be the deepest sitting player beside Hartley, but very good in that role, and probably a measure of even outs his concern here at how much of the game Gretna are having.
Skelton.
Nelson, who saved Hearts with that last tackle on Davy Graham. So they still have a 1-0 lead in the cup final.
Foul by Jankowskis. Gretna really plugging away though. Here's Brenier just on. Screening his defence. Jesnauskis. Sketzel. Jankowskis is begging from the box, but Sketzel has held himself up. Fisas. And Pospisil. No takers there for Hearts. Skelton. Kenny Juka. McGuffey. Juka giving it a go, but Stephen Presley will get there first.
Good refereeing, I think Stephen Presley looking for that. Trying to be clever, get Hearts a free kick and get them up the pitch. A chance so for Gretna to get it in the box.
Just over a quarter of an hour to go, and Gretna have their best chance yet to equalise. They nearly did a moment ago through Davy Graham. It's going to be down to Ryan McGuffey now. McGuffey scored from the spot here in Hampden in the semi-final against Dundee. Can he score in the final? Ryan McGuffey, he can't, but he will from the rebound. McGuffey gets there in the end. Gretna are level. This is incredible. Most amazing, magical moment in Scottish Cup history. It is Hearts 1, Gretna 1. Here's Jankowskis though. Oh, he's trying to get in here. Oh, it's just bounced away from Sketzel. Well, Valdis Ivanauskas' side have certainly been on the back foot in this second half as Gretna showed their spirit. We said they always score. They have done. Ryan McGuffey's 16th goal of the season, 6 of them have been penalties. I think we could safely say that was his biggest penalty ever, although it was saved by Gray Gordon. He followed up to equalise. And now Gretna have a spring in their step. Here's Talbot. Trying to step it up a gear, but Gretna will feel they were worthy of an equaliser on their second half showing. Robbie Nilsson. Nilsson again. Up against Davy Graham, who's won it and will be feeling rather better now that Gretna have equalised after his miss. Here's Fisas. In it goes for Hartley. And he was so close to putting Hearts in front. It has been this kind of season in the Scottish Cup. We kicked it off with Clyde, not only beating Celtic, but battering them out of sight. We saw Hibs win at Ibrox against Rangers. Partick Thistle saw off Cali Thistle. St Mirren, Alloa, Airdrie all had their moments in the sun. And of course, Gretna from the second division going all the way to the final, and now they are holding Hearts. A few of their fans will be holding their Hearts at this rate. Birch's free kick.
So again, Duker wins it. It's not an area Hearts want to be losing headers in as deep as that.
Just over 10 minutes to go of normal time. Grady kept it in, but Stephen Presley on hand. Now Brelia. Hartley. Trying to drive Hearts forward. Brelia. Brelia. Scoutsall secures another throw. Tense times at Hampden Park. Fisas getting ready for a longer. Fisas aiming it towards Pospisil. Alan Main's going to come and claim it. The main man, just when Gretna needed him. Nielsen. Kenny Juka chasing with Stephen Presley. Robbie Nielsen getting ready to take this throw. Hearts, who finished second in the Scottish Premier League, in a Champions League position, being held by Gretna, the second division champions. And Pospisil unable to do much there. Booted away by Chris Innes. Skelton. Well, Rowan Alexander's team didn't just come here for a day out. They wanted to give a good account of themselves and make a match of it, and they've certainly done just that. You suspect they'll be heading for the SPL pretty soon. They charge through the divisions. Chris Innes helped out by Townsley. The manager's switch in the second half has paid off, and Gretna now believe they can win the Scottish Cup. Although knowing them, they probably believed it all along. Skelton. Townsley. O'Neill. Kenny Juka. And Ryan McGuffey. He could be in here. And Craig Gordon gets a vital touch.
I certainly did.
And Townsley and Innes are in there to aim for. It's Skelton's corner. And it's going to come back towards Skelton. He tries again. What a big chance for Innes. It's a free kick for Hearts. There are just over 5 minutes left of normal time. Extra time beckoning. There's somebody plans to be a hero late on in the 90. Paul Hartley standing over the free kick as Hampden holds its breath, and Alan Mayne will say thanks like that. More of the same, most welcome. That'll be offside against James Grady.
I needed it earlier. But Gretna will never have a better chance. Hearts have lost their way completely here.
"12,000 Gretna fans at Hampden today. And the town's population is less than 3,000.
Substitution for Hearts.
One Lithuanian, the man who gave away the penalty, Česnauskas, is being replaced by another, Mikalunas.
Again, it's like for like, natural wide player. Change the Hearts shape at all. So we need an injection of something.
Nilsson, Mikalunas getting involved. Nilsson, Townsley stretching. Here's Tosh. John O'Neill. Kenny Juka seemed to collide with Nilsson, but Gretna is still going. Davy Graham. Ryan McGuffey. Tosh. Graham. Can they get the ball in the box? Yes, they can, and it's away by Presley, back by Birch. Hearts on the rack in the Scottish Cup final. And a free kick for Gretna as Townsley is impeded.
Again, Gretna load up the back post. Chris Innes has gone up. They've got Juka.
O'Neill floating it in, and just too high for Kenny Juka, who would have fancied it so much.
That's a poor ball.
It has been an extraordinary season in the Scottish Cup, and it may not have finished yet. There might be another 30 minutes coming. There might even be a penalty shootout. Nobody gave Gretna much of a chance coming here, but they gave themselves every chance. They are a side used to winning. Skelton. Oh, there could be a break on for Mikalunas. Hearts pushing bodies forward if he can deliver. He can, but it's met by Innes. The last time a Scottish Cup final went to extra time was 15 years ago in 1991. Alan Mayne and John O'Neill of Gretna played for Dundee United, who lost 4-3 to Motherwell. Kenny Juka just putting up a little bit again then.
Looks like cramp. But again, previous to that, Craig Gordon very slack with the clearance. Hasn't looked comfortable at all when the ball's been played back to him.
Last minute of normal time, a goal now could win the cup. It's as simple as that. Nilsson. Or Mikalunas, corner kick for Hearts.
It's a good tackle from Derek Townsend. Gretna's back three have been superb.
The tension rises. Stephen Presley won't be allowed to get near that by Alan Mayne.
It's a terrific take, just took all the pressure off the boys in front of him.
It's going to carry to Craig Gordon. James Grady was the lone man forward for Gretna as we approach the 90-minute mark, and there's only going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time Extra time looking likely. Unless somebody can snatch an injury time winner. Mikalunas. It's a bit of a scrap, and the free kick has gone to Gretna.
Do them nicely. 2 minutes added. Gets him out.
Well, Brooks Smileson's Gretna are very, very close to taking Hearts to extra time in the Scottish Cup final. Who would have thought it? Well, this season in this competition, the words you never know have never been more prevalent. Just imagine if Gretna were to nick it here. John O'Neill will be underneath that. Davy Graham trying to help it on. But it's a Hearts throw, and there's half a minute left. Pospisil. Can Hearts snatch it right at the end? Pospisil still has it. Needs to get a cross in, does. Hartley's header, taken by Main, his former St Johnstone teammate.
The ball had to come into the area a little bit earlier. Pospisil eventually squeezed out by Skelton.
It's extra time. It is just remarkable. And Gretna have taken Hearts to extra time. Gretna kick off extra time in the 2006 Scottish Cup final. The team from the Borders refusing to lie down against a side who've booked a crack at the Champions League next season in Hearts. Presley. Nielsen. Up towards Pospisil, and knocked out by Chris Innes, the captain of Gretna, who played in a League Cup final here for Kilmarnock when he and they were destroyed by a Henrik Larsson hat-trick for Celtic in 2001. Robbie Nilsson's long throw towards Jankowskis. Pospisil hunting as well. Hooked away by O'Neill, only as far as Julian Prelier, who's got a free kick.
The first touch was clumsy. That's what allowed Graham to get to him. Stephen Presley getting himself forward into the box, as is Tal, so maybe a little bit far out for a shot on target, but ideal to throw something into the back post.
Rudy Scatzel, it's deflected. And deflected just wide, corner.
I think Alan Main's getting across if it is on target. Took a big deflection though. Watch Main. Yeah, he had it covered.
Hearts pressing at the start of extra time. Hartley's corner. Main got a fist on it, even though Pospisil was standing in his way initially. O'Neill. Brady lost out to Prelier. And he's trying to spark Hearts again. Mikalunas inviting, and Jankowskis.
It's just one of the few balls that Gretna haven't won. It just clears Derek Townsley, who gets himself to the front post and has won so many in that position. Just clears his head. I'm not convinced Jankowskis is expecting that to fall his way. Reacted quickly enough. Just couldn't get it on target.
Scored in the quarter-final, scored in the semi-final, but not in the final yet. Skelton. James Grady, who came on in the closing minutes of last year's final for Dundee United. Townsley. Grady onside. Here's Davy Graham. He's been held back there by Julian Brellier. Free kick, Gretna, edge of area.
What a handy position to have a free kick in.
Well, Mark Birch hit one at this end during the 90. John O'Neill is there, along with Birch. Birch has moved away. John O'Neill, though, can't bring it down in time. Skelton. Townsley turning it back to Main. Tosh. He's been caught late by Brellier. Now he's going to get a yellow card. Having given away the free kick on the edge of the area, surely might just let him away with it. Well, he has let him off, despite those two quick tackles. Birch launching it. Skelton, fancy footwork from him, but Mikalunas to the rescue for Hearts. Nicely done from him. Hartley. Got to be careful, Birch. He's lost out to Pospisil, who sets it up for Rudy Scapsel. Off the post. Scapsel. Well, that's twice they've hit that post in this game, Hearts.
Well, leap for Mark Birch there, just bullied out of this ball forward here by Pospisil. Ends up wrong side. He sees the run here of Scapsel, who's got time to take a touch and pull the trigger. Surprised he didn't put it back across Alan Main.
Hearts corner though, Fisas near post, but McGuffey keeping him in check. Here's Brellier. Hartley, he might have room to have a shot. He did, and it's a smart save from Alan Main.
Yeah, it certainly is. It did just in front of him, and the important thing is he gets it wide here. He doesn't push it out because Jankowskis is following it in. Horrible dip, and a very decent save.
Hartley more than capable from range. He is the man who's going to take this corner. Hartley in and away by Chris Innes and then by John O'Neill. It's going to come to Brellier. Mikalunas. Innes cleared it, but Mikalunas will try again. Alan Main claims it for Gretna.
Oh, he's done so well today, Alan Main. Normally the older goalkeepers get the less inclined they are to come for crosses. They normally stay and leave that to the boys in front of them. But Alan Main has come for everything this afternoon. I don't think it's been a misjudgment yet.
Davy Graham is going to have another run at Hearts. And now Grady. Can he get to it in time? He can! Kenny Juka! Nielsen. Who is going to win the Scottish Cup? Gretna, the 350 to 1 outsiders of outsiders before the tournament began. Yet here they are on Cup final day, level with Hearts. Pospisil has set up Mikalunas though, and he's got his cross all wrong.
It's a good ball. John O'Neill was caught with the ball inside him to get Mikalunas down the outside. John O'Neill just watching the ball. And Mikalunas had a lot of time to put in a better cross than that.
The managers can only watch and hope. Valdis Ivanauskas of Hearts. Rowan Alexander, who has presided over Gretna's remarkable success story. Helped Stopped, of course, by Brooks Marson, who had a dream and decided to live it. Hartley to Fisas. It's Scatzel taking it first time, and it was always going to be tricky.
I don't know whether he's trying to score or get it back across goal for Jankowskis, but again, he never really got a hold of it.
Oh, it's come off Ibrahim Tal, and Grady might just get a sniff. He does. Birch. Grady still over there. Davy Graham trying to latch onto it.
You can probably see why Brelly was brought on there. Brelly matching the run of Graham.
Almost 10 minutes gone of extra time. That's a foul. Nicolounis on John O'Neill, and Gretna will be believing again. McGuffey's cross. Craig Gordon fouled by Kenny Duca.
It's a good take nevertheless, under real pressure.
It is 1-1 in an intriguing Scottish Cup final. The Old Firm nowhere to be seen for a change. Hearts and Gretna going for glory. Townsley didn't make it easy for Birch, but he coped. Fisas now for Pospisil. Pospisil, it's going to clear Jankowskis.
Nobody attacking the back post. Pospisil had a chance to get his head up as well.
Craig Gordon coming out to deal with that. Duca just getting back on his feet for Gretna.
Oh, he looks tired, really tired.
I think Gretna might be about to take off. Kenny Duca, who has run himself into the ground. Here's Davy Graham, who is still running, beavering away for Gretna. Jankowskis might have a problem here, as Gretna prepare to make that change. So Dr. Goals unable to add to his tally today. The medicine man makes way. Kenny Duca, qualified doctor, to be replaced here by Jamie McQuilkin. Duca has had another fantastic goal-filled season, but he is one tired man. Jankowskis will have little option but to carry on. They could have done with him for this free kick. Scatzel takes it. Alan Main has grabbed a few of those. 38 years of age now, the Gretna keeper. He was 23 when he played in the cup final for Dundee United. Robbie Nelson. Oh, he hasn't cleared it at all. Grady now. Brilliant makes the challenge, but Grady gets up. And Brellier bites back.
Good referee by Jimmy McDonald. Thought James Grady had a decent advantage there.
Advantage played here. Nicolounis. Can you come up with a precise pass? He's been taken up by Stevie Tosh, who is going to get a yellow card.
Yeah, I think you're right away, Stevie Tosh. He was looking at a yellow, wasn't within playing distance of the ball.
And Paul Hartley is sizing up this free kick. Long way out, but if anyone can, he can. He does have Stephen Presley to aim for if he prefers. With Jankowskis and Pospisil. Hartley trying to find his range. Very nearly did.
Well, I wonder on that occasion whether Alan Main's getting across. I think the reaction of Hartley tells you how close it was. Main adjusting his feet very quickly, right arm up, full stretch.
This game of football really does throw up some remarkable stories. And the Gretna story is set to run and run. They are halfway through extra time, 15 more minutes. And if it's not decided then, we will have a penalty shootout. Gretna reached the final without playing a top-flight team, but now they've finally got to play one. They've coped pretty well as they've coped with most things this season, David.
Well, they certainly have. I thought after 10-15 minutes they were going to be steamrolled by Hearts. The tempo that Hearts started with was what we expected. Chance after chance.
Here we go then with the second period of extra time. 15 more minutes. If they aren't separated in those 15 minutes, we will have penalty kicks to decide who wins the Scottish Cup for only the second time in the history of the competition. Nielsen. Mikalunas. Fisas. Sloppy. Well, Gretna prepared for the final with a trip to Spain last week. Now they are keeping Hearts waiting for their holidays. Fisas getting ready with this throw. Pospisil now for Hartley. Nielsen. Brellier. Mikalunas. Taken by Scatzel. It's Jankowskis, but there's no room for him.
It's good defending. Derek Townsley, goal side of Jankowskis, just stayed in his feet there, determined not to dive in. A little reverse there by Scatzel to find Jankowskis.
Jankowskis looks like he isn't going to be able to continue, you know, and Hearts have used all three subs and stayed down with that injury reoccurring.
Yeah, if he's done his groin, he's clearly struggling.
So Jankowskis trying to prepare for his return. Tosh. McQuilkin. McQuilkin across, but away by Tal. Tosh. I can't believe that, Stevie Tosh.
Well, it's harsh, his foot is high, but I don't think there's any contact here with Paul Hartley. Did well to win it. And he had to get his foot up early.
Jankowskis returns, not 100%. Brellier. Man down again. They're all dropping at the moment. Skelton quickly on his feet though.
It's had a terrific game. Playing one in now on the left side with Jamie McQuilkin. Playing left midfield. Playing beside John O'Neill now.
I think Skelton was voted Gretna's Player of the Year by his fellow players. Derek Townsley and Michael Pospisil contesting the drop ball. Don't see many of them these days. Stephen Presley. Offside, Jankowskis. Maybe not Pospisil. Last 10 minutes of extra time. Still 1-1 at Hampden. That's bounced off James Grady. This is Gretna's 4th season in the Scottish Cup. They were playing English non-league football, of course, not that long ago. In the previous 3 seasons, they never even got past the 3rd round. Here they are in the final. Here they are, level with Hearts. Brellier and McGuffey became entangled. The end result is a throw-in for Hearts. Pospisil. Fisas. Pospisil. It's cleared by Mark Birch. High into the sky, Hartley underneath it. Then Townsley. Mikalunas. Townsley muscling Jankowskis. But here is Jankowskis. It's going to come to Fisas. And how about that for a calm header from McQuilkin. It's not easy to stay cool at this stage of the Scottish Cup final. The cup is up for grabs. McQuilkin. Nilsson should cut that out. Grady giving him a hard time though, that's typical of Grady. And McQuilkin now. Here's Skelton, who's been superb. Here's Ryan McGuffey, who scored the equaliser. Tosh. And Nilsson kept composed and it bobbled in front of Craig Gordon.
It's not the first one we've seen this afternoon. Took a big bobble just as Craig Gordon was going to strike it.
Here's Davy Graham. And Towell able to hook it away. And that's a foul by Pospisil on Birch.
I think this might be going back post.
Gretna fans sing merrily away at Hampden Park. Tosh actually went towards John O'Neill, who wasn't the intended target. They were trying to pick out the centre half. A waste of a free kick. 7 minutes away from penalties. Hooked on by Scapsall. Snapped away by Alan Milne. He's off his line here, and Mikalunas was under pressure. Fisas. Mikalunas conceding a free kick. And Gretna in a hurry. Skelton. Here's Davy Graham, who is racing away again, not for the first time. And Craig Gordon cut it out, and McQuilkin was far post. Mikalunas. Nilsson. The tension mounts. Good throw that. Pospisil
Can he make it happen for Hearts? Nielsen's centre was never going to go that far. And now Gretna trying to start something.
Just struggling to get support there, Steve Tosh. A lot of tired legs out there now.
Fisas. Scatzel is onside. It's Rudy Scatzel. Held up by Alan Main, and it's a corner.
Well, I'm surprised Scatzel didn't go down. Had a chance to go down. There appeared to be contact as he goes round Alan Main. He was determined to stay up, to be fair to him.
Fisas has got a yellow card for his protest.
Well, he's well onside as the ball is put through. And to be fair to Scatzel, he does everything he can to stay up. There is contact there. But in trying to stay up, he's made Dougie McDonald's mind up. He saved the referee a difficult decision. Certainly contact. Had he gone down, he would have got a penalty, I'm convinced of that.
The main man. Takos Fisas got a yellow card for his rage at the ref. Hart still looking for that winner though. Hartley's corner. Mikalunas will retrieve it. There are 4 minutes left of extra time. Mikalunas across. And Alan Main, who's been superb today, has grabbed it again.
Been terrific. I mean, again, he's under pressure. He knows hard circuit bodies piling into the back post. Good, strong wrists again.
He retired from the game a few years ago and in a bad injury. I'm glad he kept going, and Gretna kept going. Gretna have got the free kick for handball, and Paul Hartley having another pop at Dougie McDonald. The free kick's going to be hauled back, but 3 minutes left. If somebody scores now, it would surely be enough to clinch that famous piece of silverware that is the Scottish Cup. Skelton floats it in. Innes can't get near it, and there's a free kick going Hart's way anyway.
I think it's given against Innes on Tal. He's done so well in either box today, Chris Innes.
Well, if it goes to penalties, it's anybody in that particular lottery who could win it or lose it. Only once before has the Scottish Cup final been decided on penalties, when Aberdeen beat Celtic 9-8 in 1990. Charlie Nicholas, one of the penalty takers that day. It looks like we might just have penalties here to separate Hearts and Gretna. What a plucky performance from Gretna. They've got a free kick. Pospisil penalised.
Chris Innes had a think that he was going to go up to the back post area, but change of the mind there. Most important thing is that they're not caught in the counter. I think either side would take penalties off you now. If you lose one now, it's gone.
One way or another, there's going to be quite a twist in the tail of the Scottish Cup season. We're in the last minute of extra time. Penalties looming, and they are looming large. McQuilkin launches it though. Danny Graham. It's Ryan McGuffey to hit it. He might get a second chance. And it's a corner kick for Gretna. In the closing seconds of extra time, Gretna have a chance to win the Scottish Cup. Skelton takes the corner. It's away by Robbie Nilsson. There's going to be 1 minute added on.
and Hearts might have a chance to win it themselves. It's typical that Hartley should be involved. Townsley getting back to hold him up. But Hearts have got the throw, and Hartley has reacted here. And he's off. Paul Hartley, just ahead of the penalty shootout, has been sent off for that reaction.
Well, that's the weakness in Paul Hartley's game, his temperament. It has let him down in the past.
Yes, he would have been taking one of the penalties. Hearts could do with a winner here. Nielsen takes it, but Alan Main grabs hold of that. Hearts have lost one of their penalty takers, but hang on, they've got a bit of defending to do yet. It is over, and incredibly, the 2006 Scottish Cup final will be decided by a penalty shootout. Hearts have lost one of their takers. Hartley sent off. Gretna refusing to budge. The high drama, the high tension of penalties next.
Every Hearts player had given their all to bring a victory back to Gorgie. But after 2 hours of football, the teams were deadlocked. All the strategies and plans of both teams were exhausted, and the home of the Scottish Cup would be decided by the skill of one man against another.
Craig Gordon and Stephen Pressley embracing. Alan Main has had a fantastic afternoon in Gretna's goal. And Stephen Pressley is going to take the first penalty in the shootout.
Doesn't miss too many, Stephen Pressley. Normally goes with the inside of the foot. Normally high as well.
The drama begins. Stephen Pressley, the captain, shows the way.
That's a terrific penalty. He closes his body at the last moment. He's actually hit the inside of the side netting. That's not savable.
James Grady is going to be first up for Gretna. Craig Gordon, Scotland's #1 keeper. The little man against the big man. Grady, emphatic. Robbie Nielsen is next up, Hearts' longest serving player. It's agony for those involved down there. Oh, Robbie Nielsen picked his spot.
Well, Charlie's talking about composure, and that is terrific calmness here from young Robbie Nielsen. Again, it's the body shape that foxes Alan Main.
Mark Birch is next up for Gretna. I'm sure Craig Gordon looks a very big figure between the sticks. It's Birch, and it's 2-2 on penalties. Already, Scatzel is next up for Hearts. He scored towards the end of the first half. Hearts probably thought they were on their way to Scottish Cup glory. They weren't. Here comes Scatzel. It's another excellent penalty.
Oh, you've got to say it's been a masterclass so far. Another lesson in composure here from Scatzel. But the pressure continues to rise now, and the boys are waiting to step up.
And Derek Townsley is next to endure the agony. Here he comes. Oh, Townsley's effort is saved by Craig Gordon. Advantage, Hearts.
Gary Townsley's face tells its own story. It's a poor penalty. It's not even a yard to Craig Gordon's left. Not a difficult save for him. Advantage Hearts.
Hearts 3-2 up on penalties. Nobody has missed for them yet. Pospisil is next to have a go.
well, their penalties have been awesome.
It'll be interesting to find out whether they practice the penalties in, because they really have been terrific. I know it's a different ball game on the day under pressure, but perhaps penalties have been different class so far.
4-2 to Hearts. It means that Gavin Skelton has got a score here. He's been terrific today. Yes or no? Skelton! No! Hearts have won the Scottish Cup. But what a plucky performance from Gretna, who took them all the way. An extraordinary season in this famous competition comes to an end with Hearts celebrating. Their fans proud to be a Jambo to the bottom of their hearts, but you have to feel for Gretna, who gave so much. And there is Stephen Presley waiting in line, waiting to get to grips with the Scottish Cup.
And now Jack McConnell, First Minister of Scotland, will present the Tennis Scottish Cup.
Gretna get the credit, Hearts get the cup. Memories are made of this. Hearts have won the Scottish Cup.